Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock. It is Saturday, June 22nd of 2024. We hope you guys are having a wonderful month of June. And I know it's a week out, but I hope you guys had a wonderful Father's Day. You got time to celebrate with your dads or your adoptive dads. You know, it does. Well, you know what I mean, but like,
what dad?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shiba is your dad now. Shiba is a very multifaceted character.
Let's go ahead and move on, okay? I'm not trying to make things uncomfortable for anybody.
Too late. Let's get started with the show.
My name is Jose Casabona. I'm also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And on behalf of all of us, we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. And joining me on my immediate left is the host of Los Amigos Play, Kaiju Enthusiast, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you kindly for your time. Thank you kindly for your patience. Our sincere apologies for the inconvenience. The weather screwed us over. There's many things we can fight against. Mother Nature is the one that always keeps winning.
You could try and fight against it.
Mother Nature had nothing to do with the fact that the computer was being pee-pee.
Oh, well, you see, the computer is made of metals, and the metals come from the earth. I'm extrapolating a lot here. I know, you can't fight nature. You see what happened to Pompeii? Don't start that shit. Thank you kindly for joining us today, and as usual, I hope that you enjoy the show that we make for you as much as we enjoy making it for you.
All right, and joining us on our far left is one of our two Starlight Roads, Miss Dragonfang Cosplay.
Hi guys, I'm so freaking tired right now.
I know. And joining us on our far right, we have xeiana Rose Cosplay.
Hi guys, I am also tired.
But that's just a normal Saturday, so.
Oh, okay. Hope you're not too tired.
It's a very sleepy
I can
episode.
still talk. We're good. Yeah.
Okay.
We're live. We can talk. We got this.
We're surviving.
I have this, so yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't have that.
And
That's because you polished yours off.
Yeah.
Wait, no, yours is over there.
Oh no, I polished.
Oh, you
mine
did
off.
polish
It was
off.
good.
Yeah.
You good?
Girl.
You sure?
I was downing it.
Okay.
And joining me on my immediate right is the host of the Black Files, my typewriter for Wrestle Rewind. Amanda puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week. CM Punk enthusiast, Mr. Juan Arauz.
I've had a very long day. Okay. Thank you for that introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister.
And much like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our channel. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to rescue the Ravens Flock for the culture of the late stage capitalism. We have plenty of programming and plenty of different content to provide to you guys that expands throughout the entire spectrum of the world of nerd and pop culture, and we want to be able to continue doing that by going full-time on our streaming. We've been working since 2013 to make your voice our mission, and the only thing that's keeping us from being able to make this channel the best that it possibly can be is the fact that we have to hold down 9-to-5 jobs. But with your help, we'll be able to elevate ourselves by one simple means: by having you guys spread the word, by helping us spread the word of this channel, by helping people subscribe to us, by encouraging others to become inner flockers. And with that simple and straightforward plan, we can, with your continuing support, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds here to make your voice our mission, by providing us your thoughts here and put your feedback and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. We've got over here Matthew Coburn, Nikki Bella, Lisa Boo, Carbonized Stardust, Ben Cruz. Let's see here. I thought I saw Coristi. No, I didn't see Coristi.
Hey, it's me! No, I'm kidding.
It's
So-
the other you.
No, it's just you. Let's see. Yeah, as you can tell, we were running like chickens with our heads chopped off. It snowed the other day. What the hell? But I'm so glad the week is over. It snowed over there, Carbonized Stardust? God dang it.
Where is he?
Randy Rides, Doc is innocent until proven guilty. We appreciate you here. Welcome, Randy Rides.
Wait
Thank
until
you
we
for
get
that.
there. Please wait.
Well, yeah, let's we got a pacing on this stuff.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I know. We'll
Step
get
by
there
step.
when we get there.
we
have
get the
plenty of time.
hors d'oeuvres first, then we go to the main course.
That being said, man, it's kind of weird. Like, not long ago, like we moved ourselves away from Twitch. It's been a year now, right?
Yeah,
That
it's
been already that long?
It's been a whole year since we've removed ourselves from the purple realm of Twitch.
That's because no matter what we did, no matter how hard we worked, and no matter how many people actually went in and looked at us in the channel, we never even got freaking Twitch affiliate status, let alone Twitch partner status.
But regardless,
bullshit. Fuck them.
yeah, I know. But regardless, a lot of people are still streaming on Twitch, primarily gamers. I mean, if you want to call them gamers. Yeah, gamers.
It is, in fact, one of the most popular streaming,
Yeah, I know. And they
platforms
spend
even
hours
now.
and hours and hours and hours and hours of doing that. And I don't think I could devote myself to doing that. I think if I were to do like solo playthroughs of just me gaming for hours while trying to engage, I would need something a little bit more because I'm not a spring chicken.
Yeah.
I need something else.
We're not as young as we used to be.
Yeah, I need an extra dose of energy.
That's right, baby. This, like many other of our episodes, is brought to you and sponsored by the wonderful folks at Glytch Energy.
That's right, Glytch Energy, the ideal beverage for all the geeks and nerds to keep your bodies vitalized and supercharged with 0 sugars, 0 calories, 0 carbs, and 0 crash. But what is equally important above all else, Angel?
The flavor. It is easy to expound upon the healthy properties of the Glytch Energy that we drink. The nutritional value, the energy value, the hydration value, those are all well and good. But at the end of the day, if I wanted nutrition and hydration, I go drink river water. No! I want something better. I want something stronger. I want something that tastes good, and Glytch Energy tastes good. As Juan has ever been so kind to point out to me, they have been releasing new flavors almost every single week, which means that they're either going really well or they're going completely insane. One or the other is fine. Could you please tell them what is the new stuff they're putting out right now, Mr.
This
Arauz?
week they released Loopy Fruits. I shit you not. It's It's apparently a re-release. They had this as part of their cereal killer line of flavors. And they're actually encouraging you to mix it into milk as part of a balanced breakfast and totally not... As you can see, there is a bird and there are colored rings of cereal. And that is obviously, you know what the brand is. We can't say it. Wink, nudge.
It is legally distinct. You
legally
cannot sue us for
distinct
this
Loopy
shit.
Fruits. Okay? And earlier today... these guys had the unmitigated gall to release... Actually, no, it was yesterday, my bad. To release Visceral Reaction, which is inspired by a particular sour bomb candy. As you may or may not know, is the type of candy that's...
It's so good.
That's super sour, and it may be, you know, like an explosive, a warhead, if you would. We're only going to allude to it so many times. You get the idea. We can't say it. It's...
Okay.
Love you,
I
kstorm.
drink it. I would drink it.
You could say it's an explosion of flavor.
It's an explosion of sour flavor.
I love sour flavors.
I cannot say names,
Yum.
but I
That's
personally
for me.
love the one. I don't know where it came from. I had it on Halloween in the year 2007, I believe. It's the one that comes with a hazard radioactive sign.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's
It
them.
was-
The sour warheads
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, it was
I forgot which one was, but it was deep purple with a green outside, and it was so brutally sour that it was almost physically painful. And I mean that as the best thing possible.
No, we can Google that later, but Angel is not wrong. And if you go to their website, glitchenergy.com, and use our promo code FLOCKFUEL, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order.
So there's really been no better time than now that to take advantage of Glytch Energy's new lineups of different flavors, of different products over here. And not only do they give you a wide bevy of gaming energy flavors over here, ranging from Nerdies, which is the girls' favorite over here.
Yeah.
I am partial to Guava Warfare, although I don't see
stuff.
any more. Where'd it go? Where did Guava Warfare go? Is
was
it gone?
sacrificed to create the sour
Oh my
bombs.
god, oh, there it is, haha.
I was gonna
Scary.
say.
And here are like some of the originals. They got Foxy Lemonade and all this good jazz, Azure Infusion. But they also, for folks who need to keep themselves hydrated after a long and hard day working out, here's their Glytch Revive line. They fill you up with electrolytes and amino acids and stuff in order to keep you going. There's no caffeine and there's no smart energy blend in it, but you know what? We'll leave that kind of mix mastering to you. So, seriously, check out Glytch Energy. Check them out now. Use our promo code FLOCKFUEL. Get 20% off your order, and let them know that the Ravens Flock sent you.
Give them the promotion
yeah.
so you can give us your money, please. Kindly.
By which I mean they give us a nice little pop back for like, hey, thanks for referring. Here's like here's like $2.
Now, guys, I actually want to.
So yeah, thank you to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock.
Of course. Now, guys, being an online personality is a very, very cautious venture because you are putting yourself out there for everyone on the internet to see. Anything that you do online, it stays there, no matter what. Forever. Now, thankfully, there are some internet personalities that are still thriving without staining their reputations, and you know what? Good on them. Keep living your truth.
We call them BTubers.
Actually, it's more a matter that there's even some who are thriving despite their personal issues.
That's exactly what I was going to get at.
It depends on how badly the personal issues affect both their professional career and their opinion of the fans. Because as we have seen with celebrity culture, fans can ignore a lot of bad shit as long as their preferred artist is still producing content. Sadly, the same thing is with the tweeters and shit, even with some VTubers. As long as you can keep the private shit under wraps, nobody will care because it's a theater. They watch you there to act. Unfortunately, some Twitch stars, and I hesitate to call it that, have allowed their personal life and their personal issues to get involved into part of their problems. We call them the tweet horse.
Yeah, no, Angel does have a point. Separating your personal life from the life that you that you carry yourself online, it's very difficult.
And especially when you want to make sure that you're providing folks with an authentic version of yourself. And we're not talking about like, oh, I'm performing as if this is the real me, like actually being the real me. Like us, we're not bullshitting. I'm literally this spastic all the fucking time. Ask any one of them. They won't lie to you.
Literally him, for real.
Angel is just like this all the fucking time. Jose is just like this all the fucking time. Xeiana and Dragonfang are like this all the fucking time.
Innocent. We're totally innocent.
Yeah, sure, you're innocent.
Can you see this halo? Can you see the halos?
No, there's no halos.
Don't mind the little horns there.
Oh, thank you kindly to Carbonite Stardust for a $2.79 super chat.
Holy shit!
Thank you so much.
Do me a favor and make those numbers match. Thank you, Carbonite Stardust. We appreciate it.
I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
Our numbers.
Oh. Well, thank you so much.
I need a how-to make the drink video featuring Juan after drinking the drink.
Step 1, smash head on the counter. Step 2, bring out the Jack
what if you're
Daniels.
already kind of loopy? Any side effects? Side effects may include enjoyment. Serial killer sounds like Green Jello who had to change their name to Green Jelly. Little pig, let me in. God dang it.
Listen, Green Jello, he had a good rap career. But then he said some batch online and he got canceled. He had to rebuild himself.
Rowdy saying, howdy, you could be an auctioneer. How quick do you talk, Juan?
I could talk as quick as I need to as long as I know what I'm going to be saying. But I'm going to keep myself to a much more understandable speed of speech in order to make myself a little more intelligible.
Not quite Micro Machines Man yet. But he's
no,
getting
not
there.
quite, but I'm getting there.
But Juan does have a point. Like, we keep ourselves authentic. We keep ourselves 100% legitimate. We have no reason to like fabricate our presence
or our personality.
Our personality.
You could say that we are too legit
to quit.
To quit, yes.
Well, we ain't quitting anytime soon. Okay. We ain't quitting anytime soon, I'll tell you that.
You said the Q word.
Now, unfortunately, some stuff on that gets a little too bad because we're going to talk about not just one of the most well-known, for better and for worse, streamers in the Twitch company. We're going to talk about the possible reason why he hasn't been streaming or working for Twitch anymore. Because this is an issue that happened 4 years ago, and only now, today, somebody decided they were going to start shit about it.
More like resurfacing.
Exactly.
Now, before we get into the topic, we do need to issue an obligatory disclaimer.
All right. For the record, folks, we are simply providing to you the information that has been reported thus far. We are not in any way, shape, or form trying to insinuate, presume, imply, or otherwise fucking assert that any of this shit is like undoubted gospel truth or some shit. It's not like you can look at the sky and say the sky is blue, and be like, okay, yeah, there's a global consensus, the sky is fucking blue. Except for psychopaths who say that the sky is plaid, and people who are colorblind and say I don't know what the sky is.
What is a color? Help.
You're not colorblind. Don't lie.
I was putting myself in their shoes.
Take this information with the nicest, biggest, most squared carved and polished block of sodium chloride of salt you could get your hands on. You know how the Last Jedi, Star Wars Last Jedi, the big planet they were on at the end. Crate.
It's so cool. It was the best part of that film.
It looks like it's snow, but it's a salt. Yeah. Covered planet. The Rebel Alliance apparently back in the day used to mine salt off of there because I mean, like, who doesn't?
I guess they're really salty.
They are salty.
I mean imagine that a whole planet made of salt means incredibly packed nutritional value. The flavor, especially the red salt, on the depths, that must have been incredible.
How else are they going to be able to get their sodium?
Exactly.
And like they apparently used to mine that planet back in the day in order to help pay for the Rebel Alliance in order to try to stop the Empire. That was the story they gave, and that's a nice story. Interesting. You see how big that planet is? Take it that sized in terms of grains of salt, okay?
It was so salty they had salt-based life forms.
The crystal critters, they were sodium-based.
Yeah, we're clear. Right now, we're discussing what we know online. Nothing has been confirmed.
As of yet.
For the record, this is less than what we know and more of an accusation that has been slung. Now, for credits, I will admit, first thing, I don't know much about this guy because I don't pay attention to Twitter. Twitch drama, but for whatever Twitch drama. There's a T and a W. I'm getting confused. So this is involving one of the most and infamously known Twitch streamers, the man that identifies himself as Dr. Disrespect.
I don't think I've ever learned the guy's actual real fucking name.
Nobody ever has.
Why? I mean, how?
He's smart enough to ironically keep that aspect of himself offline.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that is ironic.
Yeah.
Go fucking figure, especially considering this shit.
Dr. Disrespect is known for streaming a lot of games, being extremely toxic, very open-minded with his words, and let's just say that he's not the kind of person most people will agree with, but his disturbing frankness earned him the fans. He was one of the most well-known, one of the most well-paid, and one of the most famous streamers. When people spoke of streamers, he was kind of one of the first faces. He was that one mascot. Yeah, he was the asshole streamer mascots, basically.
Damn, dude!
Dr. Disrespect walked so that guys like us could run.
In a sense,
even though we're not like him.
Mind you, many of the things that he said,
us.
Many of the things that he said lean into controversy. Many of the things were considered highly offensive. He did not give a shit. Because, well, let's be honest, there is something to be said about somebody who doesn't care, and that attracts an audience.
That guy is giving me, like, Quantum TV vibes just talking about him.
In a sense.
Are you serious? Okay, look, let's not fucking compare him to Quantum TV.
Now, something happened 4 years ago, on the year 2020. Something happened that nobody knows what exactly went down, but Dr. Disrespect was in a stream. Oh yeah, before this, he got into trouble for some of his personal life leaking, and people found out that he cheated on his wife. So that didn't exactly paint him on a positive light. He later on got into even more controversy when he was caught in a bathroom filming. People at first thought that he was doing some perverted shit, but no. He was filming himself, and that is still illegal because you might accidentally film somebody.
And was all this happened 4 years ago?
This happened a long time ago. This was just parts of his career.
Okay.
Now, what happened 4 years ago is that he was on a stream, I forgot what game he was streaming, that he got a phone call. He pulls out the phone, and his face immediately falls, and he goes pale. We don't know what happens.
You mean you could actually see the color leaving his face?
He says a few things, some nondescript sentences, and he ends the stream immediately. And then he gets kicked out of the Twitch porn.
Oh!
He just disappears from the program, and then he sues them for kicking him out of the program, and he wins.
Damn!
He wins because whatever the hell they sued him or kicked him out for apparently did not hold up in court. We don't know all the details. And he just walked away with a huge amount of money, and that was the end of that. And for the last 4 or so years, nobody has had any idea of why exactly it was kicked. What did he do or what did he say that resulted in such an unexpected immediate firing? But whatever he said, when he took it to court, the law decided, no, he was right. You kicked him out wrongly. Give him a huge amount of money. And that was the end of the story. Nobody knows what happened. And now, all of a sudden,
4 years later,
a former Twitch employee suddenly jumps online on Twitter, see Twitch, Twitter, it's happening, and drops this really fucking nasty accusation on the guy. According to, this is a public post, I am not doxing anybody, they put this out there for everybody to read. According to Cody Connors, former Twitch employee.
It's on Twitter, by the way.
They say,
why don't you send it to me so I could send it to people and show it to people?
I thought I did, I apologize.
No, you didn't, that'd be very nice.
Let me send it to you right...
Dios míos.
Now.
Everything's so slow.
We need patience.
I don't need patience. I need speed.
One often meets social media in the path one takes to avoid it. There we go. They said, and I quote, he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor and then exiting Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could be read in plain text. case closed, gang. They follow it up by saying, no one made their own decision, fuck him and his boys. Now, this person seemed like to have a grudge against them, but you gotta understand, this is an extremely heavy accusation. The kind of shit that if it doesn't get proved results in litigation suits.
If it turns out to be false, then the accuser just looks like a giant asshole trying to bring someone down.
Yeah.
Now, according to Dr. Disrespect himself, who replied to this, I couldn't find the reply.
We've got it over here, Angel.
Yeah, thank you.
You can relax for just a few moments. You're getting ahead of yourself,
I
and we're not able to
apologize.
pull shit up.
So, as you can tell, this is not the kind of accusation you make on light, because throwing that kind of shit out there is guaranteed that you better have proof of what you're saying,
Yes.
because the burden of proof is on you, and you could end up in serious legal trouble for saying something like that.
Agreed.
This resulted in a cavalcade of opinions on social media, with people basically screaming, I knew that fucker was up to no good, and a bunch of other people, including well-known YouTubers like The Actman and Murahar, going, hold up! Please tell me you have receipts of something like this, because you're getting yourself in some deep, deep trouble, because as far as we know, Dr. Disrespect is unpleasant, he's kind of a jackass, and he cheated on his wife. These are all bad things.
Okay, so here's the original tweet of someone, someone Cody Connors at Evoli, whatever the fuck. And this is exactly what Angel is referring to over here. He got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. And here's the fucking thing. No one made the wrong decision. Fuck him and his boys. Seriously?
Clearly some personal grudges are going on here, methinks.
Clearly. Yeah.
Now...
Otherwise, the F-bomb wouldn't have been dropped.
And this article over here brought to us by Game Rant. Dr. Disrespect himself apparently responded to this shit.
Oh boy, here we go.
So yeah, no, we're making this nice and big so everyone can friggin' read this.
All right, let's do this.
And that's bullet points.
I got this.
Oh, there's his name.
Herschel Beam the Fourth.
The hell kind of name is that?
Herschel Beham the Fourth. Wow, that's
quite a name.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeff.
So Herschel Beam the Fourth, better known as Dr. Disrespect, I'm just gonna call him Mr. Beam, said that.
Oh my God!
said that he, quote, didn't do anything wrong during the events that led to his mysterious Twitch ban. His statement was offered in response to the allegation that his permanent Twitch exit was a result of him, quote, sexting a minor.
Heavy shit.
That claim was made by Cody Connors, a former Twitch account director of strategic partnerships, who's been at the company for over an 8-year period ending in 2023. Taking to Twitter on June 21st, Connors alleged that that Mr. Beam's 2020 Twitch ban was a result of him, quote, sexing a minor via Whispers, a private messaging feature that was part of the platform at the time, but has since been discontinued. The former Twitch official said that the streamer was trying to convince the said minor to meet up with him at TwitchCon 2020, which took place in late September of that year, some 3 months prior to the purported incident said to have prompted his permanent Twitch departure.
All right, so apparently he's fucking saying over here, Dr. Disrespect shared his initial response to the allegation less than 2 hours after it went live, stating that, quote, no wrongdoing was acknowledged by either him or Twitch over his ban from the platform. The streamer attempted to elaborate on that claim a day later, having done so in a June 22nd tweet saying, quote, I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. The remark about getting paid was referring to Twitch's decision to pay out the rest of Dr. Disrespect's contract as part of their early 2022 settlement that ended the streamer's lawsuit over the ban. You can tell he's very happy about that.
So, again, folks, this is all accusations, allegations.
A very heavy accusation, though.
Yeah,
like,
nothing has been confirmed.
The social media reaction to the streamer's follow-up statements are a bit of a mixed bag. While many of his fans expressed their support for him in a response to the controversy, other people noted that the original allegation of Dr. Disrespect sexting a minor via Twitch Whispers remains unanswered. As of why is that, the content creator's June 22 tweet suggested that he couldn't respond to the accusations directly due to legal obligations stemming from his settlement on Twitch. That does hold force because Twitch has a ridiculously heavy NDA. You can't say shit.
Yes, they do.
You notice that sentence where it says no wrongdoing was acknowledged?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No wrongdoing was found.
He specifically has to write it like that. You cannot say I didn't do anything wrong because apparently that messes with Twitch's NDA either.
Oh no, it says it right. No, that's the first thing he said. I didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, when he was addressing the actual document, you have to write it specifically, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. Apparently there's some legalese bullshit that gets in the way of that. You have to say it exactly like that because otherwise it doesn't work. I don't know how they do it. It's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
One thing that gets me is his flex at the end here. I was paid.
I mean,
Like, really, dude?
they gave me. They
They
basically had
paid
a
out the rest of his contract that they had with him.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but that's not something you should be flexing about. Come on.
I don't know. I would flex that.
I would.
I don't lie to you.
Not everyone chiming in on the ensuing discourse appeared satisfied with that explanation, with some social media users opinioning that if Connors' allegations were true, opining that if Connors' allegations were true, Twitch would have been just as interested in burying the fact that its platform was used for soliciting minors as the person responsible for that said soliciting. Given the legal red tape surrounding the streamer's exit from the platform, the chances of his departure ever being fully clarified to the public appear slim, leaving Mr. Beam's as Twitch ban to continue
Comedy comes in
lingering
threes
in the streaming space.
Now,
I figured you would appreciate that.
now,
what I appreciate soliciting. Well, you know, I'm.
No, appreciate the humor.
Oh, the Mr. Beam thing. Yeah, thank you.
it's pretty clear that this is not the kind of accusation that can be done in light. Now, Mr. Beam himself seems happy to not pursue legal action against this accusation. He basically just said, "No, I didn't do anything wrong. I got paid." The end. He seems willing to not pursue anything else, which is surprisingly generous of him, which means that most likely he believes that there's nothing they can throw against him in this matter. Now, personally, and do forgive me if I sound too optimistic here.
Go on.
I want to believe he didn't do something like that. Not because I care about the guy particularly, but because I don't want another victim around because of grooming allegations.
No, I get what you're
That
saying.
would suck.
And I would like that too, but like it's easy to say that, but like I think it's also easier for people to like point at him and say he did the thing.
Yeah.
And his track record, his reputation doesn't help.
Allegedly did the thing.
He built his entire reputation in being offensive, so people who are offended will be offended by it, unfortunately. That being said, now, I do not understand law. You guys understand law better than me, but
I do.
If there was solid evidence that this dude was meddling with the minors, Twitch NDA would not have been able to protect him, because at that point, this would have become an actual criminal investigation, and all of the information would have been out. Which leads me to hypothesize, that whatever he got on that phone call in 2022 was pretty bad, but it was not this. It most likely means that he did or said something that was so bad that Twitch went, "Nah, bruh, get out of here." But it was not this accusation. And this individual seems like this is either very reckless or they are very sure of his guilt. Because you don't throw something like that out there and expect people not to respond to you.
There are some people who do it
Unfortunately, you're right.
just to have fun, just to cause
just
chaos.
to make shit up and stir the pot.
Sadly, yes, you're right. False
Some people just-
accusations are way too easy to throw around.
Some people-
Considering that some of us in our own team here have had to deal with that shit in the years when it was bullshit and we had to fucking fight tooth and nail.
You do? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you are correct. Sadly,
So-
there is precedence to false accusations to be thrown around
Yeah.
over stupid grudges, wounded egos, and people who just have nothing better to do with their lives.
Yeah.
Now tell me, you guys, what do you think about this? What is your opinion on this matter?
I'm going to keep my mouth stapled until the... Actually, wait 2 seconds.
Oh,
I can't.
Is he going to get an actual statement?
Oh my god, I hope not. That will be fucking painful.
It's called method acting, my man.
Listen, man, I have seen people use staples on themselves. It's not...
Ew, no.
Yeah, there was that one VTuber who
No,
did horrible
I
things to
saw
himself.
it, so you don't have to.
No, I know, but it's still the image in my mind. Ew. ugh.
review of the Chipmunks movie? It was hilarious.
Oh god.
Okay.
This is what I get
Tape?
for opening my mouth.
No,
One is going to go extra authentic here.
No,
Wancho,
No.
we love you. Please don't
No.
do it to yourself.
I'm not looking.
Do it.
Okay.
No.
Do it live.
No.
I'm doing it so you don't have to.
No.
Do it live.
Oh my god, please don't. Please.
This is for you. This is for all of you. He bleeds for you.
Oh god.
Sanitary.
Excuse you. He keeps his house very clean. Give the man some credit. See that? That is a scream of hygiene.
Oh god. Okay, you got it.
Good job. He dropped the stapler.
Oh god.
Let me put this away from your foot real quick. I wonder how this works. Ah, shit.
All right, so
Okay,
So
so
No,
Juan has made it very clear that he's decided to remain mom is the word here, which is
I've seen people
understandable
go
in neutral
for it.
position until actual evidence comes out. How about yourself, Mr. Casabona? What do you think of this event?
Honestly, like, okay, obviously I'm gonna keep my mouth shut until we see further developments. But like, my initial reaction to this is that, like, okay, first of all, I'm just like Angel. When it comes to VTubers I've never heard of, I'm pretty much a newborn baby. So when I heard about this guy and we talked about this guy behind the scenes, like, yeah, he's a big fucking piece of shit. This accusation doesn't help him because of what we already know about him.
He's built a reputation of being a dick.
That's why I said it's easy to point the finger at him.
Yeah, he's a perfect target. You know?
Yeah. That being said,
sorry,
mum is the word. Please don't drop your shit. And I'm gonna wait until see what happens.
What about the twins, Miss Arauz, Miss Dragonfangs? What are your opinions on this particular event?
Well, considering we've seen people just throw false accusations a little too much, especially in Twitter, especially on Twitch, like everything, even on Facebook.
People have nothing better to do,
Yeah,
so they
like,
just want to start drama drama.
I do agree. People do need proof, because especially if they find out that, oh no, you just did this for attention, for clout, and you literally ruined someone else's reputation.
That's
completely.
not cool.
It's really difficult for people
to recover
from that.
It's
still a false accusation, and people may not have actually seen their the post saying, no, this actually was proven false.
And some of the accusations could be like, oh, he said, she said, but they could have basically faked that, as in, oh, this is what they said, but it could have been like thrown into an AI and that spit out.
Yeah, now you can actually create false Facebook Messenger
getting
posts and
now.
Twitter.
And if someone dislikes you so much that they would be able to do that, they would do that.
Hang on a minute, guys. I'm gonna try to help Juan with my magical powers. Juancho, at the snap of my fingers, you will return to your normal Juancho self, the Juancho self that we all love and adore. And you are free!
He's not free anymore.
Bitch, what made you think I would actually staple my mouth shut?
Never mind, he's free now.
You guys are insane!
He was so angry, he
It's
exploded.
still the image. It's the image in the mind.
You know, I'm going to
Just because I consumed an unusual amount of episodes of Jackass in my teenage years doesn't mean I would actually do that shit. That's this guy's department.
As your doctor, I think you need more iron in your diet.
So that mental image.
No.
You see-
I am not interested in stapling myself anytime soon.
Listen, I know some friends on Twitter, and they are artists. They could use some commissions. I'm just saying, I could do something with it.
What the fuck are you even talking about?
I'd be like, just draw him like one of his French girls, but his mouth is staple shut.
Angel, someone has a request for you to say.
Angel, can you
Randy
say,
writes-
I want to suck your blood?
I want to suck your blood.
All right.
Harrison Ford stapled his hat to his head in Indiana Jones to keep the hat. He was joking. He didn't really staple it to his head.
I know, but again,
Actually,
the image.
Speaking of actors going out of their way, you know how Jotaro from JoJo, his hat looks like it blends with his hair?
Yes.
Would you notice how they did that for the live action version?
How?
The actor shaved his entire head except for the side chops, and the rest is just the hat.
Damn.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty dope, man.
Now, while everybody here seems to be taking the neutral approach to this, and once again, do pardon me for being the ever-optimist, I want to believe that this is false. Mostly on the grounds that if it really was that serious, the alleged victim would have already come out with the actual information. Yeah. This would have turned into an actual criminal investigation, and everybody would know. Mind you, I could still be wrong. The NDA may be blocking a lot of information the law cannot touch, and if I am, hey, egg on my face. But once again, the fact that nobody else seems to be able to find solid proof. The fact that Dr. Disrespect is not Mr. Beam is not even bothering to pursue legal. He could over this. He could turn this into a litigation. So it's like, I'm not doing shit. It leads me to believe that this might just be a grudge being dug out of the dirt, because the man built a reputation on pissing off everybody, and whether you like it or not, whether you like him or not, that is bound to make you some enemies.
Here's the problem on there, Angel. On the one hand, you were saying that we're hoping to God that that this isn't real, because if it were, whoever was being victimized on there would have tried to take action by now. Yeah, because if there's anything that we learned from the Quiet on Set documentary, what happened with Drake Bell overall that time that he was stuck in that abusive situation is that the victims will always come forward right away, won't
His
they?
own mom, dude.
No, his own mom
What the
basically left
fuck,
her,
man?
left her son with a kid.
Fair enough. Point in
No,
case,
as in,
if it was that
it
serious,
doesn't always happen.
true. But if it were to have occurred at this point, the fact that the accused is so nonchalant about the whole thing, it implies that either they are 100% sure they're clean on their matter, or there's nothing anybody can do to prove it. All the same, it feels... What's the word I'm looking for here? I don't have the specific word for it. It
feels too distant. It feels too
distant. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
As in digging up old stuff just to dig up shit for the sake of it, is
At
what you
this
mean?
point, yeah. And the fact that there's just too much speculation on the grounds that if you're not willing to bring receipts on this matter, it's getting hard to believe you.
Well, it's also kind of considering that this guy, what's his name? Cody Connors?
Yeah.
Cody Connors.
Yeah, he's a former Twitch employee.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not if he's got to have that kind of access anymore. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can say this shit, but if you don't work there, or if you don't have any way to access receipts,
Then you're just fucking up your credibility.
Thank
whatever
you.
credibility you may have.
Let's be honest, Twitch is not exactly known for hiring upstanding individuals either.
That is true.
Let me take a look in the chat also over here.
How's everybody
I
doing
need
over there?
receipts. Yeah, Drake start this rumor to get the heat off. Wait,
What do you mean,
talking
Drake? We're not talking about Drake the rapper. We're
Yeah,
talking
no,
We're not talking
Bell.
about Drake
We're
the
not talking
rapper.
about Drake.
No,
What are you-
Drake the
what?
rapper's a fucking psycho.
No, we're
He's
talking about Drake Bell, a child star who literally got in trouble with the law.
Yeah,
No,
Drake.
he didn't get in trouble with, well, he got in trouble with the law years after.
Yeah.
But before that, he
Who was a horrible victim of child abuse.
Yeah, no, we're talking about Drake from Drake and Josh, Nickelodeon.
Man, I can't believe Josh is doing so well with his life.
I know, right?
I'm happy for him, but man, Drake needs a fucking break. That dude is going through some shit.
Yeah, no, Drake Bell, he's a good guy. He's obviously fucked up before, but like he's at the very least you understand that he's been through shit.
Yeah.
But like the point that I was making with the comparison was that like not the victims
no.
will not always come forward right away.
Especially when they're minors.
Especially when they're minors, especially when there's like an imbalance of power between the victim and the victimizer, because they're going to have something over him. Like in Drake's case, he was living with this guy. Unfortunately, he literally would have been homeless otherwise, or he basically had to go along with what that
You'll never
piece of
work
shit had
in
to do.
this town again.
Whereas, whatever, if there was, assuming for the sake of this
argument.
statement that there is a victim involved, if there's some sort of power imbalance on there, it would likely be due to Dr. Disrespect's obscenely overwhelming amount of influence and money.
He literally was an influencer.
Yeah,
with
so
everything it entails.
what can some poor girl or boy or NB kid what could they say to oh hey, Dr. Disrespect was saying XYZ to me. Oh yeah, you're just cloud chasing.
Yeah, it doesn't help
See,
that the sheer number of false accusations have made legitimate accusations even harder to believe nowadays.
So
Yeah, no, but I get your point, Angel. But like I said, the best thing we could do right now as a group is just wait and see what happens.
if there's anything more to happen,
If there's anything more to happen,
I'll
obviously
keep an
we're-
eye on it and I'll let you guys know if I see any updates.
Xeiana, Dragonfang, I do want to apologize for freaking you out over the staple thing. I know that was working out, but I really did need to keep my trap shut until y'all were able to speak your piece and everything. I did not want to interrupt.
Absolute cinema.
No one heard you.
It's okay. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
He said absolute cinema,
Yeah.
just so folks
Oy.
know.
So I know
Leave
this
nothing
is too
out,
much.
Angel.
I'm sorry for freaking out and everything because I am so stressed. I am so fucking strung out. I can't even begin to tell you.
No, you're
So
fine.
let's talk about more stressful shit.
Sounds great!
Oh boy!
Shoot
Okay,
me.
here we go. Here we.
So which one do we go for first?
Let's go
we
straight
have
for the
to-
ratings. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
right.
So
Wait, that one. Okay, yeah, Jose, go ahead. This is your thing. This is what you love talking about
It's
the most.
Thursday again, boys. You know what that
Here you
means?
go.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Time
So
for a very special Wrestle Rewind.
no. Listen. If you've tuned into my show on Wrestle Rewind, which is Thursday nights on YouTube and Kick, we actually did review this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, and we actually gave it a positive review because this show went off without a hitch. We had a good main event featuring Pac versus Claudio Castagnoli. We had a good opening match featuring the return of MJF, everybody's favorite scumbag.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no. The wrestling matches in between were pretty solid. And we also had a good in-ring promo segment between Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay, hyping up their match at the Forbidden Door. It was solid.
Forbidden Door pay-per-view, Jose. You gotta
the Forbidden
define,
Door pay-per-view,
You
sorry.
have to define some shit. Not everyone here is a giant pro wrestling fan.
Sorry,
You're
sorry.
gonna be talking over their
Okay,
heads.
pay-per-view. Thank you. Yes.
So that means that it probably did very well, right? I mean,
Yes, because after all, like from my experience, from me watching it, I thought the show was great. However, I did not predict how badly the show was going to tank in terms of viewership and ratings all across the United States.
AEW has been struggling lately with a combination of bad management, bizarre booking decisions, and the fact that its competition is, well, for lack of a better term, kicking its ass. So needless to say, the fans that still remain were hoping that the AEW would give some clout, some power, some staying fans. But it seems that we got the opposite. What's going on here?
It's just hasn't been the same. And you know what? It's gotten so bad, like for the past couple of weeks, we've talked about this, how the developmental branch show of WWE, NXT, has been nipping at the heels of AEW Dynamite in terms of viewership. And now, this week, I don't know if it's going to be a continuous thing, but this week, in terms of viewership, NXT beat AEW.
How is this even possible? What the hell is going on?
We have an article that provides all the details surrounding this.
Which one? You have two. Which one do you want to show?
Let's start with the cage match one.
Okay, so cage match. Let me share that.
Cage side seat, sorry. And this, yep. We're going to provide an article right now. Here we go. And this is from CagesideSeats.com. And the headline reads, AEW Dynamite not only lost to NXT in ratings, it hit its record lows. This is how low they got.
Okay, you guys are probably going to think that this is insane, but let Jose talk you up over here.
Not a problem. After this week's NXT did its best rating of the year, one point of interest was whether WWE's developmental show would outperform the AEW flagship program it once lost a war with. Just to give you a little bit of reference, there was a Wednesday night war of ratings between NXT and AEW back in 2020 and 2021, which I've covered extensively on this channel.
Point is, AEW beat the crap out of NXT so badly that NXT had actually gone and moved its programming to Tuesday nights.
And gave us that multicolored mess called NXT 2.0.
Oh, that's the reason for that stupid Modern Art logo, splash paint, Mario paper, whatever the fuck.
It was awful.
I'm sorry. It was such a mess. It had no consistency. I'm sorry.
No.
It was a mess.
Now, getting back to the article here. Well, the ratings and viewership data are in for this week, for June 19th episode of AEW Dynamite, and the answer to that question is easily. Per both Programming Insider and WrestleNomics, this week's AEW Dynamite nettled in 502,000 viewers and a .16 rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic.
Jesus.
Those aren't only well behind NXT's 724,000 viewers and a .26. They're new record lows for AEW's longest-running show in its regular time slot.
You're gonna love this stupidity over here, folks.
You don't understand. That is like a third of the viewership just down.
What was the viewership for AEW Dynamite last week, Jose?
I'm gonna go find out right now.
I believe it was 689,000 viewers.
So they lost 100,000 plus viewers, basically.
Almost 200,000.
Almost 200,000.
They are deflating before our eyes.
They are. So, yeah, no. And this week, there was no, stiff competition with other sports events happening. There was no NBA playoffs, because that's already done. There was no baseball. There was no hockey happening.
Get a load of this over here. These guys over at Cage Side Seats are even trying to spell this out. There was no huge television event like an NBA Finals game, but there were a lot of options on the dial. That includes the Olympic trials, which won the night on broadcast for NBC with nearly 3.5 million people viewing, and 0.44 in the demo, and College World Series, which topped cable, where Dynamite finished third with 1.79 million. It was also Juneteenth. Seriously? A national holiday that brought events like Kendrick Lamar's streaming the Pop-Out concert on Amazon. We don't have numbers for that, and who knows how many hip-hop loving sickos picked watching K-Dot and friends dance on Drake's grave over Dynamite, but...
Damn!
Okay.
Even they're saying that they got dabbed on by Drake.
Okay,
Okay,
so... Are they really doing this?
Yes, they are.
Are they really trying to say, Juneteenth and black people are the reason why AEW Dynamite did badly?
That is awful.
I'm like,
now,
am I stupid or does that sound fucking racist?
Now, mind you, this beef those rappers have is legendary, but I'm sorry, this is very clearly trying to pass the buck and avoid the fact that their content just hasn't been that good lately.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It hasn't. Listen. I'm gonna try and translate a lot of the internet speak and a lot of the wrestling nerd speak.
The worst skibidi comes out of your mouth, I'm leaving.
No, I'm going to translate this into normie. You know, the kind of people that if you were any kind of TV show producer, you would want people to freaking watch.
Commercial words.
When you're watching something week to week, you need a consistent storyline to follow. Something that you can hook into at the beginning of the program and lead to not only an escalation of the conflict or of the story, but also leave enough of a cliffhanger to make you want to come back the following week to watch.
Makes sense.
Yes? But what happens here instead in All Elite Wrestling's programming is you get a lot of short, sporadic pieces of a storyline. You're not sure how they all connect to it because you would have to follow references and understandings of people's careers outside of that programming, which means you have to do extra homework, and which means you have to look up whoever they're talking about or whatever they're referring to on some other channel or some other YouTube video, and then you have a lot of professional wrestling matches all throughout, 99% of which can be good, but are usually organized in a manner that doesn't make sense towards keeping your viewers watching.
Let me see if I get this straight, Mr. Arauz. Are you telling me that the only way to follow the storyline of AEW is to look for supplemental material outside of the AEW?
Putting it simply, yes.
Do I need DLC to understand this shit?
No, you don't get DLCs. And all that shit's you have to pay for it.
Oh damn!
You want to see what they're talking about over here? Oh, like for example, in the fucking article, they even mention it here. Fucking what do you call it? Likely it was a bunch of things, including that it's Forbidden Door season, which has rightly or wrongly been criticized as relying on dream matches with partner companies like New Japan Pro Wrestling and CMLL. That's Lucha Libre over long-term storytelling. But one thing has to be acknowledged is that general interest in AEW feels like it's at an all-time low. A lot of people certainly picked on doing something else over watching Dynamite Wednesday night. Whatever caused this ratings crash, explanations don't change the numbers. Share your reactions in the comments below.
And here is a projection of the past rating numbers
it
from
just consistently goes down.
Forward. Look at this. From
almost 1 million.
Yep.
It began at almost 1 million and it's just being slow. There was a bit of a jump in the other July. Yeah, wait a second. The other July 19th, it was higher.
No,
What's
that's July 19th.
That's July 19th.
Never mind.
All right,
There was a bit of a jump, and then it just consistently...
It's continually slipping. We have a little yo-yo here. It was 870, and then yo-yo.
October 10th, man.
And then in between October and...
4 and 10.
What happened here?
Wow.
Good question. But apparently, according to the wise people of the professional wrestling internet community, this is apparently somehow...
my bad. 681,000 was last week.
This is also apparently somehow Kendrick Lamar's fault. Because ratings. Also, it's Juneteenth's fault.
That sounds like a skill issue to me.
Because you got a point.
How can you actually blame that when literally just looking at this little chart here, you can see it constantly going down
and
with little bit of
decline.
jumps.
Yeah, it's because they don't want to face the facts. It's because the folks who are diehard...
They're just wanting to point fingers.
Do they think that the data is a lie?
Well,
it's a
considering
lie.
that when this information had first come out on Friday, like just yesterday, the actual ratings was posted by that one forum, WrestleNomics. They were actually looking it up, and I had to double check that. I'm like, wait a minute, I need to see if WrestleNomics posted this, because this sounds like it was bullshit. There's no way they could have dropped, and lo and fucking hold.
By the way,
I showed the graphic to Angel.
It was a very, very sad graphic.
Like
it's very.
Speaking of sad graphics, mind you, this is just a hypothesis here. You can see that there is a massive spike down in October between the 4th and the 10th. Guess what happened a month before that October?
What happened?
CM Punk gets fired.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
CM Punk got fired on September 1st.
This is just a hypothesis on my side, but I do believe that in between September... Notice how it goes from October is high, and then when we get confirmation that CM Punk is no longer there...
There was also the debut of Rated R superstar Adam Copeland around that time.
Adam Copeland got them the October 18th pop.
And then But before that, that was when it was confirmed that CM Punk wasn't working there anymore. Shit went down.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is just my hypothesis. I could be
just
wrong.
hypothesis.
But ever since, they managed to get the numbers back up, and then once again, slowly, it keeps jumping between 7 to 800K. And
Between
then
7 and 8, and then 6 and 7, and then
it just
6
down,
and now.
down. I think this is here at this point between May and June when people realize that there's no way they can follow the story.
Yeah, no.
Because there is no story to follow. Shit's falling
Joseph,
apart.
when was the backstage footage?
Oh, the backstage footage revealed?
Yeah, that was April 10th, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes. That was,
Yeah.
that
This was
when
the
they-
last time these guys touched 800,000 anything.
Yeah,
And
because
that
CM
was
Punk's interview was the week of WrestleMania.
Yeah, see,
Oh.
and in response to that, All Elite Wrestling decided to air footage from that included his backstage altercation, which led to him being fired, just to try to siphon cheap drama views. But when people realize, oh wait, CM Punk is only being mentioned, he's not actually coming back, let's not bother watching
again.
any more of this shit.
Hello, Golden Goose. Goodbye, Golden Goose. Let's not forget that on top of the fact that they also have all their problems inside of it, they are constantly haunted by the fact that their competition is doing better. Say what you will about what you think WWE is doing, but I believe that we can all agree here, based on what you guys have shown me, WWE has been fucking killing it this year.
Absolutely. They had a really great resurgent year of 2023, and they're only getting better right now. We're not even at the halfway point of 2024.
We are in the halfway point.
Oh, yeah,
I thought July 1st was the official.
No, this is the halfway point.
Okay.
So yeah, we got more recognizable stars. We got both new and old stars coming back. We have better management. They recover a bunch of their reputation after they throw away that old wrinkly shitbag Vince McMahon, and the shows are selling like crazy.
But wait.
Remember back in the day, people used to hate Cody?
Yeah.
People fucking love Cody, dude.
But wait, Angel, there's more.
How is there more?
In another article that I sent over from Wrestling Inc., we do have some more detail. More detail.
Oh, that's backstage from the people backstage. So that's what that is.
Oh, yes, it's time to spell the
Juicy.
tea. The headline reads, Backstage report details reactions from AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery to the Dynamite ratings. Juan, I'll let you lead and read.
Juicy.
Okay, AEW Dynamite is historically low numbers this week. Oh, by the way, this comes by Daisy Ruth, and this came up yesterday,
Thank you,
June
Ms. Ruth.
21st. So as low as ever, with reports confirming that the show was viewed by just 502,000 viewers on average. The show's lead-in. Yeah, it was. Yeah, this is another thing that they're fucking that Dave Meltzer was trying to blame. That before Dynamite, TBS was airing a showing of Black Panther, and they're fucking saying like, oh well, Black Panther isn't all that popular, so it's probably Black Panther's fault.
My guy, have you ever sat down and watched a Marvel movie?
Well,
They are just pointing fingers at this
guys,
point.
At this point, yes, they are.
Also-
and it's fucking hilarious.
let's not lie to ourselves. Black Panther wasn't exactly a groundbreaking film. It's just,
But
it was a good film, but
Angel, let's not lie. You fucking loved it. Don't you remember the review we had it?
no, I loved it. It was fun.
It's the one we're talking about.
But it wasn't the one that was. But like I said, it is not responsible for this. Okay,
I mean-
especially when you consider you can just watch Black Panther whenever you want to.
It's called Disney Plus.
This is not a big occasion that would
Which-
fuck up your numbers.
Hang on a minute.
Okay, so
What?
Fightful Select apparently spoke with sources within the company regarding the low number and how it was rationalized within it. Oh God, here we go.
I just saw the worst Big Bang Theory.
Okay, yeah, because usually TBS airs Big Bang Theory instead of like movies and stuff. So before Dynamite, they had reruns of Big Bang Theory. So
That is still not an excuse. Come
Fightful was
on.
told that Big Bang Theory usually does a number within 200,000 to 250,000 within its final quarter hour, but Black Panther landed in at under 85,000 during its final quarter hour, airing on the network. Fightful reported that sources say they believe the missing people for Dynamite were lead-in watchers who didn't exist this week due to the lack of Big Bang This is excuses out the ass!
know what
Oh
the
my
best part
God!
If you take those 85K and put them on top of the AEW numbers,
It's
still
still
lower
lower
than
than
their
the
baseline.
Hang on. Yeah.
Sources within it, Warner Brothers Discovery said it was a, quote, very odd week in general when Fightful inquired about Dynamite's low numbers. Warner Brothers Discovery cited the Juneteenth holiday in the middle of the week. Seriously? As well as competition with the Olympic trials and college baseball's World Series, both airing in primetime slots. Warner Brothers Discovery also cited, quote, amazing weather in much of the specifically in the
They're
Northeast.
just throwing excuses left and right.
Sir, you don't understand. They touch grass.
Amazing weather?
They touch grass. They don't want to see
amazing
wrestling
weather?
anymore.
Was the massive amount of rain and the heat wave?
No, wait. Were they talking
That
about
is
the
incredible.
Aurora Borealis?
No, they're talking about the Northeast over here, and this is just on this past Wednesday.
Can you
They're saying
just, can
they're
you just
saying-
imagine a bunch of wrestleheads walking out going, oh my god.
Okay,
It's
just
beautiful.
for context.
Are you fucking kidding me?
just for context, this week's Dynamite was over in Fairfax, Virginia. Over
So what?
That is not an excuse. You can't blame Mother Nature.
They're blaming Mother Nature. They're blaming black people culture.
the blacks.
They're blaming Black Panther.
God
They're
damn
blaming
you, Miles.
everyone except for the fact that Tony Khan, the owner of All Elite Wrestling, is a coked out dweeb who doesn't know how to book weekly television to save his life.
All I can think about, I'm sorry, all I can think about right now is just cut to the Spider Society, cut to Miguel O'Hara watching the screen, looking at the numbers and going, we gotta kill Miles.
oh god. Oh no, I think we broke
Juan
Juan.
is dead. The numbers killed Juan. We gotta kill Miles. This is my counting event. We gotta kill that kid now.
Oh my god. So while Juan's trying to
Incredible.
recover.
Oh my
Louise.
fucking god! These guys are scoping. They're coping so hard.
Also, wow, Warner Brothers Discovery, way to expose yourselves
my
in, passing the buck on
This is
Juneteenth.
so fucking stupid.
We talked to the storyteller who looked at the stars and said that the second heaven of the Polaris was in the second house of Aquarius, and that's why we lost 100,000 plus views. Okay?
All right.
They were trying to bring back Count Docula, but they used ketchup instead of bat blood.
All right, all right.
God.
So while Juan is trying to recover,
Easy there,
Xeiana
bro.
Rose, Dragon Fang, your thoughts on this hilarious shifting the blame?
It wasn't our fault. It was
what's the matter?
other people.
It was everyone else. It was your fault. It was your fault. It was your fault. That's basically what they're doing. They're blaming everyone else but themselves.
We are getting a
They-
sequel to Twister, I'm just saying.
So they don't want to take responsibility. They just have to deflect it to someone else.
Yeah.
Well, see,
God, this is pathetic.
the problem is they pray to God, but unfortunately the prayers reach me. But I am not biblically accurate, so I told them to go fuck themselves.
Are you sure that you're not a biblically accurate angel?
No, I only have 2 eyeballs. Give me a break.
Are we sure?
Okay, listen, don't keep asking questions you don't want to be answered to.
All right. So-
I'm pretty sure you're just a facade.
Say the phrase. Say the phrase. Be not afraid. Say it.
Be not afraid.
All right, all right.
Be more afraid.
Let me go ahead
More
and
afraid.
I'll go ahead and continue here because according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the low number were primarily the result in a drop in the 35 to 49 age group, which is usually stable. The 18 to 34 age group, whose quote collapsed.
Also, they already did this before.
Oh wait, so they're blaming our age group?
They're blaming the old heads.
Yeah, who
Blaming millennials.
were actually
We already get
Really?
blamed for fucking enough. Fuck
Millennials
you.
ruin wrestling, confirmed.
Meltzer generally dismissed the Juneteenth holiday as a factor, though he did mention Kendrick Lamar's live concert, which was streamed via Amazon Prime.
Okay, and
Fucking kidding me.
Those Fightful spoke to in Warner Bros. Discovery and AEW did not bring up the Lamar concert, though the social media reaction has vocally cited as it is the likely factor in the low number.
It still feels like coping. And you know what? The best part
point
is
finger. Point
the
finger.
answer is right
Point
there.
finger.
the people on the 35 to 49 range. Those people are not watching a Kendrick Lamar, whatever. They're not watching the rapper dude scream about the other rapper dude. You know what the problem is? Those people, they are old. Their time is precious and limited. And if they love wrestling, they want a wrestling show that is worth their time. So on one hand, you have AEW, which is falling apart at the seams. You have NXT, which is slowly improving itself. And you have WWE that is currently standing at the peak of quality and power.
Tap dancing.
Listen, I got prime steak, I got medium prime steak, and I got a bone covering ants. What are you gonna eat?
Mold.
Bones don't get moldy. Dry bones do. Don't. Point in case is, here is food, here is decent food, here is...
Things we wouldn't even give
Here is
kids.
desperation food that you wouldn't feed the hobos.
You know what's even worse about this is that this is happening in the year of 2024. This is the year of negotiating for TV rights deals.
That is true. People are fighting like crazy to get a good slot, and more importantly, a healthy slot because, okay, streaming has devoured what remains of TV right now.
Streaming is kind of trash right now.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still the fastest way to get the product to people because on one hand,
Until they charge you an arm and leg constantly.
Yeah,
Oh,
fuck
and
them.
if you want this, you have to go to this stream site now.
Yeah, no,
Or
you
in
gotta
this-
find your package. The point is,
like
getting a
cable.
good package on a good, well-known streaming service is far more important than getting a good TV spot. Mainly because A, you no longer suffer from FOMO, fear of missing out, and B, you can rewatch it and watch it as many times as you want to for a small, modest monthly fee. For now. So,
Modest.
right now, fighting for TV rights is important, but the guys that get prime time on the streaming services, they are winning harder than anybody else.
That's right. There has been no confirmation of the talks between All Elite Wrestling and Warner Brothers Discovery. They're still in the middle of negotiations for a new TV deal. And this recent tanking in the ratings, in viewership for the week of June.
They're gonna look at that and they'll be like, so what's this about?
Like,
Are you even worth it?
Yeah, like Warner Brothers
Are
Discovery.
you gonna make us money? Yes,
This
no.
This is the same Warner Brothers Discovery that's been killing projects left and right, and we've already, and in the article they've already made their statement that they've already passed the buck and blamed so many different factors.
The weather.
The weather, my
I
goodness!
summon weatherman.
Imagine literally blaming the weather.
Listen, they pulled out a Claudian deck and they got a shit hand and they just went, well, this is obviously the cloud's fault.
Now, see, I can understand if, apparently a shit ton of places where, there was hail
blackout or something?
and, there was, a big-ass blizzard that literally just knocked out all of it.
Or there was a
Of the
tornado
power.
that goes through like several states. Like,
That's the problem,
like a
though.
state-
They can't even blame bad weather. They are
Yeah,
blaming
they
the
can't.
good weather.
Yeah.
How does that? The sun just went, isn't it a pleasant time? Come outside and touch the grass. And a million
But no
people
one
just
wants to go outside because it's so freaking hot.
Yeah, there's that too.
But yeah, no. It's needless to say, let's call a spade a spade. AEW has been very lacking in its TV content. From its inception up until 2021, AEW was doing gangbusters in its first few years. They had great, compelling storylines. They had great wrestling matches. They had plenty of star power, including CM Punk.
They had potential.
They had potential, and it looked like WWE would have a legitimate contender in the war between WWE and AEW. But amidst all the controversy that AEW was not able to mitigate, the departures of CM Punk, the departures of so many other wrestlers, and its decline in viewership and its decline in storytelling. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, man, but the wrestling quality, having great wrestling matches, can only get you so far.
Yeah, one of the things at the end of the day, entertainment is, ironically, more than any other product in the world, in the capitalist society, entertainment is the true hint of what a free market looks like. Because at the end of the day, you can throw a million commercials, you can make ads until your eyes bleed and put that shit on every shirt you can imagine, but the people choose what they want to watch and they want to spend money for.
And that's the thing. As many times as you see certain ads, how many do you actually follow up on?
None. Except for
you just
very
watch
few.
and you're like, can I get back to the good shit?
Yeah, I watch what I want to watch.
Thank you for interrupting my streaming.
Here's my question, though.
What's your question?
Next month, when the next AEW event occurs, because there's going to be another one, and the numbers remain just as low as they have been before, what will their excuse be?
Well, to give you an expectation of what's happening, the Forbidden Door pay-per-view event is happening at the end of this month, Sunday, June 30th. And then their next one after that, AEW is going to be going to London to host their All-In event at the end of August.
Okay, so that sounds big. I'm going to wait until the end of August. And if those numbers do not go higher than 600K, they are cooked, my man.
Oh my God.
They are finished.
Because they built their whole plan on being the rival to WWE. And right now they are lagging so far behind that I would not be surprised.
They're limping.
Thank you.
They're limping.
They're not even limping. They're literally crawling at this
No,
point.
they're dragging them.
What happens to a racehorse that cannot run?
Also, Angel, let's not forget, Juan has said this many times, the fish rots from the head up. Tony from the head down. Tony Khan has not done himself any favors. Anytime that AEW falls under in terms of numbers every week, Tony Khan is very reactionary and he blows up on Twitter and comes up with these insane, ridiculous statements on Twitter, and he outs himself for being
kind of an idiot.
Kind of an idiot.
Yeah, like I don't trust any business whose boss gets into spats on social media. That is a severe lack of professionalism, and more importantly, it puts you down to the level of your detractors when you should be doing better than it. But then again, not knowing how to do better has been kind of Tony's entire shtick from the moment he grabbed that chair, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, dude, we're talking about the same Tony Khan that freaking even looks awkward when he took that one punch and just collapsed in the floor awkwardly.
This man can't even act a good punch. That is
My
sad.
goodness!
He needs more cocaine in the bucket. It's the only way to get it to work.
Oh God, no! He needs less.
No, listen. This man either gets his shit together or he gets so high that he makes Tony Montana look lucid. we gotta crank this shit up because right now either you step up your game or you go completely insane. Either you dazzle them with your skill or bedazzle them with bullshit, and it looks like he's just not doing anything.
Listen, I really don't think that dazzling with bullshit's even gonna work.
Alas, you may be correct
It's
because
still
he
gonna
doesn't
be
have the
shitty.
skill to do that. Like, it's worse than bad. It's turning into
Pathetic?
mid.
Well, speaking of skills, Wancho, you good? You had
All right,
yourself a
man?
great laugh?
I've been listening the entire time.
Do you
you guys
need a
say.
little bit more of chuckling time?
You're welcome.
What I really need is not something anyone can give.
You need food in your stomach.
No, it's what I need. You can't give. It's okay.
Damn.
Okay. Well,
Point
your
is,
your
In the
thoughts.
iconic words of Immortan Joe, mediocre.
All right. Yeah. Wancho, your thoughts.
You guys basically said everything I was going to say. So what I'm going to say is simple. Tony, my man. I've said this before. I'll say this again. And I say this as someone who's trying to help you. Prostitution is legal in the state of Nevada outside of Clark County. Get laid. You have more money than the federal government. Find yourself the most expensive high-class escort the state of Nevada could ever produce. Have an entire weekend there with this lady. Show her the world. Let her blow your brains out with her vajayjay and possibly other parts of her body. Oh my God. When I'm saying Tony Khan needs to touch grass, I'm not talking about the grass out on the ground. I'm talking about the fucking pitcher's mound, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
It'll never happen, though. Because just like the sickos that he says, like, he legitimately said in his fucking Twitter, fucking tweet, I book for the sickos because I'm just like one of them.
But he later clarified that it's apparently a line from a movie.
I mean, that's nothing compared to what he actually said in that interview.
Then why did he publish a T-shirt from the AW merch store saying for the sickos?
Because he has no common sense.
If those sickos are the same sexless, basement-dwelling losers who haven't stepped into a ring to save their lives, it's people who, unlike myself, unlike Jose, unlike even Angel for 5 seconds, actually know what it means to be inside a wrestling ring, who actually knows what it means to go into a fucking sports event, to know that you might risk breaking your fucking neck to entertain a crowd. Those aren't the fucking people you need to be booking for anymore. You need to be booking for people like Xeiana, who doesn't know jack shit about pro wrestling, but knows plenty about storytelling.
Same with me.
So I was going to come to Dragon Fang. Folks like Dragon Fang, who doesn't know jack shit about professional wrestling, but also is a fan of fan fiction and storytelling. And we're not just talking about, oh, we're having great bangers in the ring. Not everyone follows what's in the ring. Even the fucking people that you play with in the ring have more sexual activity than you, Tony. Get laid. Get a life. Hire someone to do the job right. For fuck's sake, you're embarrassing yourself. Motherfucker's older than I am.
He is?
Yes, he's 40.
Are you kidding me?
Would I kid?
He looks 23.
Would I kid?
And I mean that as an insult. Get this child off the ring. He's not supposed to be here.
Oh God.
Are you serious? Go get laid. Go hire someone to book your programming. Go the fuck away, you man-child idiot.
Very succinctly put.
Yep. Okay then. All right.
Yeah.
So, Juan. Yeah. What excuse do you think they're gonna pull out next month when their next event doesn't make the number?
The sun was in his eye.
The eclipse.
Oh my
Father
God.
and the nation of Almetris, Castry, Giant Alchemic Cycle.
No, probably blame the hurricane.
Okay, now I know.
Blame the hurricane.
Tony Khan clarified that line of the sickos. He's paraphrasing Tommy Boy.
Huh?
Man, fuck you and Tommy Boy. Who, like, if you're paraphrasing, then you're fucking... Don't even fucking bother fucking trying to paraphrase, motherfucker. Fucking cite your fucking quotation, you dumb shit. And don't go trying to make merch off of it as if it's something original you fucking said. If it's some other paraphrase, you dumb fuck. My statement stands. Go get laid. Sexless nerd. Just hopefully not in a way that leads to an episode of Cops Vegas. Does it count that me every day? 84K is high. Sometimes you just gotta
Hashtag touched by a Juan.
Local man, he's
bitch better pay me $50 million. He wants me to touch his sorry behind. 50 million's my asking rate, dumbass.
Juan is a high-class escort on his office.
50 million.
He's a very high-class escort.
No, 50 million. Tony Khan.
Hey,
$50 million my way. I'll give you the night of your fucking life.
Hey, man.
No homo.
One knows his worth.
Good.
No homo.
No homo.
You set me up and I will make sure that you
On
know
Pride
that
Month.
Yeah, on Pride Month, no homo.
Damn, it's that bad. He discarded the label.
All right, now let's go ahead and shift things over to video game related news.
Yay!
And Angel, I hope that none of this is blamed on weather.
Oh, thank you.
Black Panther.
Or Black Panther. That unfortunately, it looks like we're skipping one of the articles, but we are getting close to the end, so it's okay. It's okay.
What other article?
The Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, no,
we'll do that
we're not
later.
gonna have the time.
So before we start talking about video games, I'd like to give my congratulations to a man that you guys may know. Do you remember Butch Hartman?
The guy who created Danny Phantom?
Yeah.
And Fairly Odd Parents?
He also created, well, turns out that he's working as an executive producer on the new show, Fairy Godparents, The New Wish, and I actually took the time to sit down and watch it, and it's good. They actually
It's just more Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, no, it's better. It's old Fairy Odd Parents. They basically undid some of the flanderization they have going around.
Oh, good.
The main characters are actually fairly charming. Cosmo is not a complete moron, and Wanda is not a complete nag.
Oh, but I kind of like him being a moron.
He still has some of that, but
He's
it's
so
more
adorable.
It's a bit more balanced instead of being childish. The new character, the main little girl, she's goddamn adorable. She's a complete opposite to Timmy Turner. She basically struggles with internal problems instead of external issues.
Well, that will definitely resonate with a lot of
The
people.
new art style, which uses a combination, it basically tries to imitate 2D stop motion. Actually, does keep the
3D
very
stop
charming,
motion,
very charming look to it. Also, it resulted in a new meme: biblically accurate fairies. Turns out that when you put Wanda and Cosmo to an X-ray, they look like actual cherubs.
Oh, I saw that! I saw that moving! Yeah!
Yeah, I saw that too.
I saw that look.
That's
That was
awesome.
amazing.
I like that.
So, hey, props to the man for coming back with the force. People thought that he was washed out, but no, he still has some working team as an executive producer. But now let's talk about important stuff. Let's talk about video games. Let's talk about video games.
We like video games.
As you know, recently we just had the Summer Fest of Games, which was basically a PlayStation showcase
2 weeks
that
ago.
didn't exactly extend the spirits very well. The
and
Xbox
the
showcase-
Microsoft.
And the Microsoft that came right after didn't exactly lift. It had a couple of good titles. Basically, not exactly making people full of hopes. But then...
Hold on.
Sorry, what?
Stay Gold came into the chat. Hey up, Stay Gold. Welcome to the Ravens flock. Just joined. What happened to the doc? You mean Dr. Disrespect? What is it called? Someone on Twitter who was a former Twitch employee brought up an allegation that Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitter and TwitchCon from Twitch and TwitchCon due to trying to solicit a minor through Twitch Whispers. Dr. Disrespect through very legalese statement said there was no wrongdoing. I got paid. The end. And if this story progresses any further, we'll keep you posted.
So far, it's kind of floating in the ocean. Now, speaking of oceans, goddamn do I have a wealth for you, because Nintendo is, despite their draconian anti-mod laws, one of the few companies out there that has consistently kept a high level of quality and has not fired the shit out of countless thousands of employees yet. Seriously, to this day, I can't get over the fact that their CEO took a pay cut rather than fire people because the Wii U wasn't doing very well.
Good.
Can you imagine a CEO of any other AAA industry company doing something like that? I can't.
No
Well,
one can.
It is time for the presentation, and Nintendo decided they were going to bring in a big pile of games. In a 2-hour show, they released a huge bevy of titles. In fact, they released so many, I'm just going to focus on the really important ones, and we'll just mention whatever else they brought out, because otherwise we'll hear all
If you want
day.
to check the article, we gave you the IGN article link in the chat. Matthew Comert's saying GameStop is now into grading baseball cards?
Yeah.
The hell?
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the people that like baseball usually don't go to GameStop.
Well, also
Baseball
they're trying to be
cards.
relevant. So
Relevant. Yeah.
relevant, yeah.
All right, then. That's a
so
thing.
weird.
All right, let's just get into it now. Beginning with the most important. I'm just gonna run through the list real quick, and we'll talk about the juiciest bits to begin with. Think of it like a steak cut, you know.
The Legend of Zelda. Echoes
Beginning
of Wisdom.
swing right on. We begin with a surprising twist of the matter with The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, announced for Nintendo Switch. With a nice change of pace, we finally get what everybody has been asking for this entire time.
Yes.
They
Zelda.
finally made Zelda a girl.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes, indeed. It appears that in a nice change of pace, the trailer shows that our boy Link falls into an evil, insidious trap, and for a change of the matter, Zelda is the one taking up the mantle, and it's the first time she's been playable in the entire franchise.
Wait,
if I
guys,
recall.
then why don't they call it Legend of Link then?
Yeah.
Because we can't have nice things. You cut that shit out right now.
That would have been hysterical.
Wait, what about that one time we had the Adventures of Link?
What about that one time that you don't remember anything that happened when you turned 5? Don't worry about it. So yeah, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. As a nice change of pace, we see our boy Link kicking ass and taking names. It looks like he's doing one of those 3D remake graphics, so he has the chibi.
They look like Wiimote. They look like
the Miiverse?
the Miiverse.
Yeah.
It's basically a modernizing of the original style.
That is so adorable. I like it.
It's so cute.
So yeah, we have Mr. Link here fighting the big old boy Ganondorf man.
The big pig man.
Make my orcs pigs again, please. So yeah, you know, classic stuff, deflecting projectiles. But it basically lulls you into thinking it's gonna be another Zelda classic remake. But then the plot happens. I activate bottomless trap hole.
Oh, no!
Link gets swallowed by the darkness, but he manages to break her prison with one last arrow. And now it's time for the ruler of Hyrule to step in and show these motherfuckers how it's done.
Yeah.
Fine. She'll
Oh
do it
gosh, you have
herself.
to run away. I
She'll do
like
it
that.
herself.
so cool.
It's pretty adorable.
Aww.
Look what they've done to my girl. Making her
I'm
run and
interested.
do
I'm
things.
interested.
She's royalty. She's wearing heels. She doesn't need this shit right now.
This looks like a really good
pretty.
game. This looks
It looks
fun.
really pretty.
It looks fun.
So yeah, no,
It's pretty
people
and
were
shiny. I want.
people were not expecting this. Also, I noticed how the Zelda is bigger than every other aspect of the title. To go
Yeah.
like, you know, this is her time now.
Her time.
Yeah.
I thought we were saying, well, Zelda, but yeah. There we go. Her,
So what we've seen
finally.
so far, aside from using the actual magic, we get to play with the wisdom. She seems to have the power of crafting things and using them in combat. So it seems like an extension of the combat from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the
Kingdom.
Thank you, Tears of the Kingdom, where it basically boils down to using crafting to fight things, which has resulted in some really funny fan art. And one of my favorite pieces of fan art is just Zelda literally assembling an IKEA table, going, "Don't worry, Link, I'm coming for you, boo." She's about to beat the shit out of people with the table. Looks great.
That's adorable.
Finally.
Speaking of more girl power happening in Nintendo,
Finally! Yeah! We have a solid trailer of Metroid 4 Prime Evil Resident whatever. It has like an extra subtitle in there, but the trailer threw me off because of the acolyte.
Metroid Prime 4.
Beyond. So, lo and behold, after years of speculation, good God,
Waiting.
and waiting, we have a proper trailer showing the first-person fighting style of Samus once again returning to kick ass
Samus
and
Aran.
take names.
Cosmic Year 2000 X9.
X9.
You're not supposed to know where, but
You
it's
know what I
sometime in the
noticed though?
21st
When was the
century.
last time we saw Samus doing actual bounty hunting?
Meh. I don't think
Good
ever.
question.
I don't think ever.
She
Aha,
never
her ship looks like her helmet.
Narcissist. I like how it looks like a TIE fighter this time.
Kinda, yeah.
So yeah, our girl comes back, class in uniform, class. I gotta be honest with you, I was never down for the first-person shooting thing, but it kind of grew on me. It just kind of worked. So yeah,
I like it.
we have actual gameplay, and there seems to be an all-out goddamn war. We got basic gameplay, weak point exploitation, shooting dudes, watching things explode all over the place.
But what about rolling? What about turning yourself into a ball?
That's a very good question. But first, let me look at this corpse real quick.
Okay. She analyzed the corpse.
This dude is dead as shit.
I could tell from my eyeballs.
Yes.
But now we have augmented reality, so we know.
Ball.
Hey, ball!
Hey! There you go.
There's a ball, girl.
I like how you can see the events playing, like the war is happening while you're rolling around at the speed of sound. And yeah, our girl shows up to kick ass and take names. They haven't showed it, but I do hope that they bring back the executions from Other M. They were really cool. Like Samus was doing glory kills. Now, this was a surprise because this guy over here, this dude hasn't been around for a while. He seems to be the new main antagonist. This guy is from that game nobody wanted to talk about, Metroid Forces, the one that everybody was baited with.
Oh, that game, yeah.
So they brought back the antagonist from a completely different spin-off to be the actual main antagonist. So now they made that shit canon. Congratulations to all the fans. You finally have your girl Samus Aran back.
Yay!
About damn time too.
God almighty. What order do we have? Yeah.
Another one that surprised everybody. The Mario and Luigi RPG series returns with Mario and Luigi RPG Brotherhood.
No, Brothership. No explanation of the plot. I mean, there isn't much of a plot to work with, but it is pretty much exactly what we wanted with a new and beautiful art style that combines the 3D rendering with this paint-like 2D sketch that almost look like it was made on crayon. It looks really good.
It looks great.
Now,
Yeah,
for
It
those
looks
of you,
like a cool little cartoon.
for those of
Wait,
you
what the
who-
hell?
For those of you who don't know,
No, hang on. No, there we go. What the fuck?
For those of you who don't know, the entire series only has the two brothers as your playable characters, but it basically emphasizes the idea of team-up attacks. Most of the abilities require both to work with both brothers and a lot of rhythm minigames.
Oh my god,
I
that cell
mean,
shaded
a lot
looks
of
so
them.
cool.
that's awesome.
It
That's
looks
cell
like it
shading
was
looks so
drawn
nice.
with like sketch pencil.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so
Cell
good.
shading looks so nice.
Mario and
Mario
Luigi.
Luigi!
Brothers. So yeah, there you have the brothers. You both explore and do puzzles with both of them at the same time, and your special attacks are based on basically jolly cooperation, for lack of a better term.
Okay, so it's emphasizes co-op.
Yeah. Also, all of the NPCs seem to be based on electric outlets. Like,
Like electrical items? Like, is this a Pokemon game? What the fuck?
no, this is actually like Shark Boy and Lava Girl and the bad guys. Mr.
Ah, thank you
Mr.
for
Electric, take this plumber to the penis exploding chamber to have his penis explode.
that. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you see his jelly belly fucking
Also,
bouncing-
they're
Did they
based on
just
electric
dab?
appliances.
Did they just dab
That
on
dude's
them?
got a pompadour.
Yeah, they are based on electric appliance. Yeah, check it out. It's basically an electric appliance, and is that a Bowser child? I don't know what the hell that guy is.
That
might
is a
be.
Bowser child. Looks like he's put on some.
So
wait.
the battles are a combination of turn-based fighting and quick time events, basically, to trigger the mini games to do extra damage. It's pretty much everything they've been doing for the series. So it's more of the same, but it looks better now. So, hey, Peach is there.
Hey,
What the
there's
hell?
Peach. Hi.
She usually doesn't show up in this kind of games.
I know, right?
Well, hey, you know what? That's cool. Oh, hey, there's Bowser, who does in fact show up in these kind of games.
Shy guys.
And whatever the hell that is. Yeah, she's an electric outlet.
That's adorable. She could get plugged up, I guess. I don't
Also,
fucking
you do the Jack Shaw from
know. Oh
Final
my
Fantasy
god!
Hey, you
So
know what
there
that
you
reminds me of? That show reminds me of that one soccer game. What's it called? Super Mario.
Mario Strikers.
Mario
Yeah, Mario
Strikers.
Strikers.
Thank you.
So yeah, there you have it. Just big old titles, lots of good stuff coming in at the high time, and they are just rolling with this whole thing.
There's more in here, isn't there?
And of course, there is more. Dragon Quest 3 is getting an HD remake. Now, sadly,
Remake and 1 and 2 HD 2D remake.
because our boy Toriyama is sadly no longer around, the artwork does not look like the classic Dragon Ball style thing. It looks more. It almost looks like Final Fantasy in a sense. It has more classic fantasy look to it. But they are remaking the game in the same style that they're remaking the remake of Star Ocean. So 2D, pixelated, very modern looking, for lack of a better term. Now, as you know, Dragon Quest is big in Japan.
I mean, kinda, yeah. I mean, it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
As in, people take days of work just for Dragon Quest. As Dragon Quest releases are basically national holidays. So, as you can see, they're trying to modernize it while still keeping the
Like paying
2D
homage.
style. It kind of
Paying
feels a
homage,
bit like Octopath Traveler, in a sense, you know?
Yes.
Hour of Awakening draws near.
The Hour of Awakening draws near, and the theme song is beautiful, and look at how good that looks.
We can't play audio because we will get copyright dinged.
So yeah, HD 2D,
2D remake.
remake. I like how that
I
happens.
like
2D now.
That is such a weird name for it. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake.
Look how good that looks, dude.
It looks really
I
nice.
want it.
Like-
looks so pretty.
It strikes, I don't know you guys, but it feels like to me that Nintendo is the only company that has learned their lesson of stop chasing the graphics dragon.
Yes.
You can only make this shit so realistic until it starts to look ugly, okay? You have so much processing power, even for the Switch. Use it to make something beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, our boy Donkey Kong returns.
Yay.
About damn time.
Wait, oh my god, it's actually the one. It's actually Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Hey!
It's released January 16th?
This game already
wait.
came out for the Wii U.
80
they're just remaking it for the
levels
Switch.
from the original Wii version.
Yeah. And I gotta tell you, the Wii game was goddamn fantastic. It's clearly
Yeah,
just a remake of the original, which basically boils down to they took my
Freaking
bananas!
play, damn you.
This damn
What the hell
crocodiles took my fucking bananas!
What the hell happened?
Oh my goodness.
Property
Do I have to
rights,
freaking-
the game. So yeah, it's
Hang on.
Donkey Kong. It's a platformer.
No, but it didn't. It was playing and then it stopped playing
It's
because
all
it
right.
was like playing.
We don't have to.
You don't have to play. We have to show it.
Would you say that it was monkey business?
There's
blocking
some
your
monkey.
video?
There's some monkeying around over here. It's bullshit.
Applebee's supports Donkey Kong.
Sorry.
Half price appetizers, maybe.
Now, for the record,
Go to the neighborhood.
I have
this
my
game
opinions on
did
Applebee's,
well
but-
enough. So bringing it back over to the Switch with more processing power and a better controlling scheme, no problems with that. It looks good. It looks great. And look at that. It's just a remake of the first game. To this day, the first Donkey Kong for the Super Nintendo still remains one of my favorites because the style was... Obviously, the graphics don't look that good now, but for their time, it was the closest thing we had to 3D.
It's also the game that gave us anxiety. The massive anxiety.
Yes.
Which anxiety are we talking about? Because
I'm talking about the roller coaster level.
Yes!
Oh, that one.
Yes! That
mine.
gave me such anxiety.
So, of course, we're bringing that back to
So
this game.
sexy.
It looks so good, dude.
It
And
looks so much
they
fun.
kept the style, too. And, of course, they added a bunch of new levels, like the crystalline caves. Lots
Hey
of
guys, we're gonna have
platform.
anxiety again,
The
huh?
rocket levels are cool, of course.
Yay, oh my god.
And, of course,
Riding on a
the
rhino?
rhino riding.
Hey, Rhino!
That is one of the few animal companions that has remained. One of my personal favorites. They never brought him back, and it was an ostrich with sneakers on.
Oh, that would have been cool!
They never brought that guy back. Apparently, it was because of the sneakers. Copyright.
Ah, whatever.
Well, there was copyright on the sneakers, so they wouldn't bring him back?
They were a little too close for comfort. Let's
Are
just
you
say
fucking
that.
kidding?
Oh my gosh, you know what they could have done? Change the fucking sneakers.
Well, you know what they didn't do? Stop
Jeez.
making Mario games. Mario Party Jamboree! Coming
So
back,
that's a new one that's announced over here.
And-
Hey,
Another
kids,
way.
remember when we last played Mario Party for the subathon? Remember
you
how
like to
fun
dis-
that was?
baby! Would you like to destroy all of our friendships one more time?
Do we want to crank that juice up to the next level?
Yes, we do. So now, once again, the game's theme this time seems to be vacation homes.
Oh, what the hell?
And it's pretty much exactly what you expect. It's Mario Party. You got a whole board, you got a bunch of mini games to hate your friends with, and a shopping mall.
Rainbow Galleria.
Does that mean that we get to like
Oh, that's
build our
cute.
homes?
Yeah, no, it seems to be working on the idea of a vacation home in a fancy tourism resort. So look at that, they even introduced some Mario Kart.
God! Okay, that's it. Now we have to get it.
It looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
I swear, if we can't
Yes.
run into each other with those damn things, I'll be very
We
disappointed.
will most likely be able to. Also, they
Oh
introduce
my God.
stage hazards, like ties that rise and block it, and volcanoes that spew golden Goombas.
No, those are Goombas made of lava.
Yeah,
They're
those
not
are
gold, that's
they're made of
lava.
lava, man.
It's cheese.
They're forbidden cheese Goombas.
Forbidden cheese.
Forbidden
Cheese Goombas.
So yeah, oh yeah, by the way, this
Oh,
game
fucking
decided...
Oh, God,
gives
that
me a heart
was-
attack. all
This
the
game
time.
decided it was going to hurt you even more. So they're going to show it right now. As you can see, 4x4, it has an extra mechanic. You're going to see it in just a moment.
Is that the fucking... What other extra mechanic?
Arm wrestling. Oh my God.
What are you
It
talking
has
about?
20-player multiplayer.
Oh god.
I really do think that that would end up
Remember
going
Mario
so
Kart Wii
long.
with its 20 racers?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's beautiful! Let's destroy ourselves some more.
For
Let's fucking
maximum
invite everyone over.
salt.
I'll fly Steph the alternate down myself. I will bring her ass over here so we can destroy our friendships once and for all.
For maximum salt, we can have up to 20 players.
October 17th
Oh, yeah, it's coming out real
It's
quick.
here.
of this year.
It's coming out real fast.
Oh my god, this is gonna be
Continuing
Damn,
on.
wait, the fact that they were able to hide this from view.
Say it with me, people.
seriously.
Oh.
I'm gonna take you for a ride. Gonna take you for a ride. Capcom decided that it's time to remind you why you love them so much.
Yeah, go on ahead. I got
Thank
this
you.
one.
All right, here you go.
Capcom time, baby. We are getting not just one, not just two, not just three. We are getting 7 games on the brand new and classic Capcom fighting game collection. Excuse me. Collection. On a big old package for PS4, PC, and Switch, we have X-Men: Child of the Storm, which is basically the X-Men fighting game that began the whole shebang. Pretty much broken as shit. It was beautiful. Some of the Marvel superheroes, which is even more Marvel fighting games. These games basically pull, believe it or not, these games pull Marvel out of the bankrupt. They had no money when they pitched this thing to Capcom.
Of course.
X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Oh
The
my
first
God,
original
yeah!
crossover with everybody coming in for the big fights. Like, dude, everything is here.
That is so awesome.
Marvel vs. Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Like, there was a lot of stuff before Marvel vs. Capcom.
Right?
Oh god.
This is really awesome.
Behold, Optic Blast. Marvel vs. Capcom, Clash of Superheroes. The one that basically put them on the map with their classic combination.
War Machine, my boy.
Your boy.
Hey!
Marvel's Capcom 2. This thing was coated on glue and string, but holy shit, it worked.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was also the one that had the iconic theme with all of the good stuff.
Proton Cannon!
Yes, and the beat 'em up classic, The Punisher.
Oh
With
my
the
god!
original Nick Fury, the one that still smoked.
Ah!
So yeah, a cavalcade of fighting games, a shit ton of content, a crap ton of good gameplay time, and of course, a good beat 'em up in there just in case.
That's amazing, and they also have an extensive music collection based off of the past generation games.
The best part is, according to the extra content that they released, these are the updated version of the games with all of the characters unlocked. So you don't have to spend your time just playing for the sake of unlocking new characters. And it comes with a bunch of like artwork, training mode, a shit ton of just good stuff in general. Basically, this is one of the best deals we could get because these games, the original, they are so... Let me give you a little look real quick. Let me show you how much they are.
Sure. Go ahead, man. Let me go ahead and pause this. This is really neat stuff.
Let me show you how much these games are right now. Let me go to Amazon real quick.
You're fine.
For the record, these are the cheapest versions you can find. Look at this. Let me check this out. Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
And this will be released later in 2024. Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
PS2. The PS2 copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is worth $306.
Damn.
$306.
These games were very limited print. They are borderline impossible to find, and they are extremely expensive.
Oh
so having
my
all of them
goodness.
in perfect
Then they don't have to buy from scalpers.
Yeah, just
They don't.
one package. Basic cost is going for Switch, so it's not going to be any higher than $60. It is an incredible deal. Highly recommended for everybody.
So basically, I think that they took advantage of that, seeing everyone trying to sell them for obscene amount of money. They're like, people want this, right? Okay, we'll give it to them.
Money.
Money.
No, this is not a guarantee we're going to get a new Marvel vs. Capcom game. Those things are too expensive, and the copyright is garbage shit right now. But the fact that we're getting 6 to 7 games in one package, and these are some of the most expensive fighting games we could find, Capcom is killing it right now. Capcom is the golden boy of video game companies. You want good content? They're going to give you some good content.
That's awesome, man.
Also, we're bringing a big collection of old games here with the Nintendo Switch Online collection. They're adding some new titles, including Turok, which we haven't heard from that.
Turok Dinosaur Hunter!
Yes, it's coming back.
Metroid Zero Mission, perfect. Basically, a nice big compilation of classics for you.
Oh, The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. I love that game.
Oh yes.
I love
Link to
4
the
Swords.
Past.
Good.
Well,
I'm
now you can
sorry.
have it.
I'll play with you.
Well, see, I'm starting
Link
to wonder why
the
she
Past,
doesn't
Four
have friends to
Swords,
play
Metroid
with.
Zero
Mission.
Fucking hell.
It's so cool.
This is
dude.
amazing.
And then the
Yeah, no,
N64
this
game.
Nintendo presentation has been just dropping banger after banger after banger. Turok, Dinosaur Hunter.
From the Nintendo 64.
I'm kind of sad that we don't have a new Turok game
Sis, you
yet.
remember playing that on Plate?
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. And of
Yes, I
course,
remember.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect dank.
See how dark the screen went?
It was so dark.
That's how perfect.
It was perfect.
Ah, there it is.
Actually, yeah, there it fucking is.
Like,
There's
look how
another
good this looked
FPS.
for its time.
God.
Reminds me of 007. Remember that? That game? God,
Like, you mean GoldenEye?
We killed
The-
each other so many times on multiplayer with that thing in Cuba. It was
Yeah, that was so fun.
So yeah, big old titles, new, old, classics, everything you could possibly want is here. Everything else at that point is just old games that we don't really have to talk about at this point because
We're just showing
we
you
got everything was
Nintendo
done.
World
but
Championships, NES Edition,
sports games.
That's just sports games.
Oh yeah, we're
Lego
getting
Horizon Adventures.
Lego
Yeah!
I'm not gonna lie to you, that is the most interesting Lego Horizon has looked to me.
Please.
Mobile games, Fantasian.
Fancy New Dimension.
Fantasian. Yeah, New Dimension, yep. Okay.
Tales of the Shire, Lord of the Rings. You can live as a Hobbit simulator.
Wait, guys, that means we can actually, everyone can own their own house.
Yes.
We can eat full meals.
We can eat a crap ton of food. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
create your
Wancho,
own
we can have
Hobbit.
strawberries and cream
We need that.
again.
We can.
Don't you
feast
want that?
like
Don't you
a
remember that from the
hobbit.
Shire?
We can
get that.
feast
I
like
don't
a
remember the
hobbit.
taste of food, or the sense of air, or the taste of water, or the smell of air. There's nothing between me and the wheel of fire. I'm naked in the dark.
Don't you
I
worry,
wonder if
Juan.
We can like
I
actually.
may not be able to
choose
carry
what
this
our
with
thing
you,
Looks like.
but I can
Or
still
how about
carry you.
Create your own Hobbit.
Okay, I can't.
keep
You
hearing.
can?
What was the name of that guy again?
You can. Oh,
Who?
thank
Yes.
God.
All
Yes.
those friends. Sam.
Sam.
Man, Sam was the fucking OG of that.
Look at
of those
this. It's a
of that
fucking
show.
adorable.
I
Love
want
Sam.
It is pretty
this,
adorable.
and I need that.
So yeah,
Yeah.
basically, slice of
Look at
life,
that food,
Hobbit
guys.
simulator.
I want the food.
Nothing wrong with this.
Fish.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Go on terrible journeys with Ian McShane.
With Ian McKellen.
Oh yeah, by the way, he's recovering.
Yeah.
He took a nasty fall, but thankfully
He's
no
good,
serious
good.
injuries. He's
Oh, we got a Hello
my God,
Kitty.
Hello
By the way,
Kitty.
I forgot about this. More slice of life. You can play basically Animal Crossing, but Hello Kitty edition.
Oh my God.
my
That is
Okay.
adorable.
I mean, yeah,
With
it ain't
all
my
those
scene, but
real
by all means, help yourself.
I want to check out our chat. We haven't seen them in a while. Sorry, guys. Let me take a
We've
look.
been
and-
busy gushing over all the cool new games.
Let's see what y'all have been saying because we appreciate y'all over here. Let me take a look. Let's see. Yep. I know Juan is controlling the camera, but it tickles me to think it's R2D2 turning its head. Zelda's finally had enough in rage mode and was engaged. Not my man.
Not my man.
Can only be a damsel for so long. Sometimes you gotta go save your man.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Carbonite Stardust. Matthew Coburn. Applebee's and IHOP are combining buildings together. Goomba's Lava Buzz. Oh no, I wish. Beautiful until it turns into a skeleton. Ew, dang.
Listen,
Yeah.
man, you gotta love her in every part and aspect of it.
Forza Horizons 5 has all three Back to the Future DeLoreans, Knight Rider kit, and the Jurassic Park Jeep.
Nice.
Dude.
So yeah, Nintendo has basically decided to show you what happens when you don't just fire everybody. Also,
Get rid of projects.
I would like to take a brief moment, since we're almost done, to tell Matt Booty to, well, fuck himself. For questionings, that guy is the head of current Xbox Studios, and he, based on very insulting comments, Xbox recently shut down Tango Studios, the guy that made us Hi-Fi Rush. And the fucker went on an interview and said on not so many words that he's basically blaming Shinji Mikami for shutting down the studio because Shinji Mikami left after the game was done. See, that guy's last name is Booty for a reason. All of his takes are pure ass. But, at the very least, Nintendo...
Way to point fingers again.
Come on, do you expect the CEO to overtake responsibility?
There's like,
No.
there's these fucking dopes who are like,
1-800,
oh, it's the
come on
weather.
now.
Oh, it's Black
He's
people's
blaming the
fault.
weather for the game. Yeah, it's one of
They
those
always like to
people.
blame everyone but themselves.
Good grief.
Fortunately, there's at least one company out there that is trying to take accountability and make good games, and Nintendo is thriving. After two somewhat lackluster presentations, they have shown up to basically go, this is how you make games. And, oh yeah, we're getting a remake of Luigi's Mansion 2.
Popular game that Nintendo.
Please,
I
it's
remember
Luigi.
playing-
Nobody gives a shit about
I
Luigi.
used to
original.
play that.
The original one. I hated the fucking mice.
Why nobody pays
Fuck
attention
those
to
mice.
Luigi?
Yes.
Alas,
That gold
nobody
mice.
pays attention.
And the baby.
So yeah, the baby.
The baby was fun in the original.
So hey, we're getting a remake of one of the best games they ever made, Luigi Mansion 2.
So good. I'm
Also,
happy about
something
that.
about Funkos. Who cares?
Who cares?
It's Funkos. To fuck with
Oh,
Funkos.
did I just see a Metal Slug game?
We're getting a tactical Metal Slug game, by the
We'll
way.
get, yeah.
Oh, I used to
Here's
play
a-
Metal Slug, the arcade game.
In HD.
Yeah. Now, this is completely different, though. This is a turn-based strategy game of all things.
Ah.
Apparently, it used to be a mobile game. They just made an offline version for it.
Oh, I mean, that's
By
cool, I
which you-
guess.
By which you mean the Metal Slug Attack Reloaded.
Yeah, it's like a tower defense thing.
Okay,
Ah, okay.
Mostly
Oh,
because
good.
he has waifus.
Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon 2, I hope you feel depressed.
Looney
Looney Tunes, Wacky World of Sports. It's basically Nintendo Sports but with Looney Tunes.
And
No, that's
Sports.
fine. It's fucking. It's Looney Tunes.
Stray Meows.
Stray.
Oh yeah, it's a game Stray about the cats.
Oh,
The
okay.
kitty game. Yay.
I still have yet to finish.
dude, how many
Yeah.
memes, how many posts has been made about it?
Enough memes. And
Okay,
Fun Confusion. So yeah, that's kind of
Metal
pretty much it.
Slug, Darkest Dungeon.
Is it just
yeah,
repeating?
yeah, no, it's the stupid thing, isn't it?
Memories
Am I-
of whatever.
Mio,
Yeah.
Memories in Orbit. Okay, so
That's
yeah,
my cat.
there's a lot.
I like Mio. I like their flavors.
They're pretty strong.
Metroidvania. Okay, so Mio Memories in Orbit is a Metroidvania set in a dangerous technological arc.
Seems to be a new title.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
new-
Well,
oh, yeah.
Imposters.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Among
Among
Us.
Us. Official new
Les
rules.
Sauce.
Just
Just Dance. Oh
Ace
yeah.
Attorney Investigations Collection.
That's the
Yay.
one where you play as Hedgeworth. Basically, he's mostly a detective more than. Oh yeah, Phantom Brave, turn-based strategy RPG with insane amounts of grinding
The
by the guys
creators
that
of
gave you this
Disgaea.
Gaia, where the levels go to 9,999.
Damn. All right. So yeah, like you said, no. Freaking Nintendo is killing it with the video game releases, and they didn't have to rely on what PlayStation and Microsoft did.
How about we buy 20 studios and then shut the ball down to justify the fact that we bought 20 studios?
Yeah.
The gaming industry is kind of a mess right now. We are companies desperate to make infinite money, realizing that infinity, in fact, is not an achievable metric by human standards. And Nintendo, despite their somewhat draconian rules when it comes to streaming and fan-made content, seem to be the only ones that are basically going, what if instead of wasting our time pursuing increasingly high fidelity and beautiful graphics, what if we go for a good style? Because, guys, listen, okay, I know that we make the joke of, oh man, the graphics cannot possibly get any better than this, but...
Then they do.
Does it feel like we reached a plateau? Like, this is as pretty as the graphics are gonna get?
Well, I mean, once you literally get to completely realistic, you can't really go above that. So
Yeah, no, I mean, there is a ceiling to that.
There was that time in Dragon's, like, Dogma 2, where they were supposed to make cutscenes of you making food, but they didn't have the money, so they just used the budget to buy meat, and they filmed themselves cooking the food, and that's what you get when you cook the food. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Save money, get some meat. Like, we reached a sign that the graphics are too realistic, and ironically, they go from pretty to ugly, because everything looks the fucking same. There's a point, and this was depressing. Somebody took a bunch of Sony games. So a bunch of Sony games, and they put a bunch of screenshots together. And bro, I gotta be honest with you, it looked... I'm like, is this all the same game? No, these are all different titles.
Actually, wasn't that with all of the Last of Us movie games?
Last of Us
HD Collection, Last of Us Collection, Edition,
Uncharted, God of War,
and the graphics all look exactly the same.
Like, everything is just third person, over the shoulder, action with RPG elements. All the genres are becoming... What's the word? Tip of my tongue.
Muddled together.
No,
blended.
Mundane.
Homogenized. There you go.
Everything is becoming gray, beautifully detailed slop. Meanwhile, you got Nintendo over here going,
Let's have fun.
We got a shit ton of IPs, and they all look different.
We got a variety.
We have style over substance, which is what's really important here. Sorry, I take it back. We have substance with style, and our games don't cost $70.
$79.99. None of this $30.
And they are not filled with shitty DLC or season passes
or live service.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Nintendo's a little behind the times, but that's a good thing because they're remaining traditional.
That
Well, yeah, they stick
price
to
is
what
gonna
got them into
rise.
the dance in the first place.
What's gonna
Exactly.
who thinks the price is gonna rise?
Oh,
So far,
You think $70 is?
Oh, no, I
cheap?
guarantee
No,
you.
now it's gonna be 80.
they are gonna make it go.
Nah,
Dude,
it's gonna be 100.
look at the limited edition games. Assassin's Creed, Shadows, whatever.
You mean the one I bought?
$70 for the base.
Angel,
The collector's
$199 for the Ultimate Edition.
Angel, do you
I bought
remember
it.
way back when the Ultimate Collection was only $120?
That's still pretty damn
Yeah.
high.
No.
Well, no, that's
Final
had the
Fantasy
statues and
14.
everything.
Yeah.
Then it was
120,
actually.
but it came
Oh,
with
by the
a
way, that
ton
game
of
got into
stuff.
trouble again with turns out they plagiarized an existing flag for a group.
Wait,
What?
Wait, which
So
one?
in Japan, there is a reenactment group known as this. I hope I'm saying this right. Sakegihara Corps, who were originally used in the Sekigahara Corps. The legendary Magoichi Saika, an actual existing historical figure, was living from there. They're basically super gunners. Back in the day, they were some of the first groups to really employ gun tactics, and they swept through the battlefields. They may have accidentally plagiarized their flag.
Oh.
Whoops.
Are they
Thank you
gonna
for
fix
dropping
that?
that.
They gonna fix
What?
that?
Well, that came out of nowhere, Angel.
It is. They have not confirmed anything, but it is likely they might take legal action against it for this.
Oh, no.
You know what they can do?
Yeah.
They can just
the
literally
flag.
change flag.
Yeah, they're gonna
That is
Pretty sure
literally
Square
the
Enix
easiest
is like,
fucking
oh
thing.
no, oh my god, no.
drop the anti-plagiarism patch, please.
Please,
Yeah.
oh god,
But
oh
yeah,
Jesus,
point in
we
case
did not
is
mean for that.
the obsession with realism has created very beautiful graphics, but at the same time, it has created a very sameness to it. It can be done right. Look at Ghost of Tsushima. It goes realistic, but it clearly goes for a more stylized version of the island of Tsushima. They sure as hell don't have that many weather patterns throughout the year, let me tell you that much. But the obsession with, no, it has to look realistic. We gotta put more polygons. We gotta get more.
We need the rain. We need the rain to look realistic.
Do you want to know
Every drop has to
something
be rendered.
that that originally was going to be realistic?
What?
And it turned out not being. You know where I'm going from?
Yes.
Okami.
Okami.
It was
Okami,
supposed to be
yeah.
realistic, but then they just dabbled in the little style, the ink drawing style, and they're like, oh no, we
They
can do so much
basically-
more with this. We're
They
doing this
basically
style.
said we couldn't implement the drawing aspect in
Which
a
is
realistic
the
setting.
entire point of the game.
Allow me to give you one last example before we close this up.
All right.
Nobody here has heard of it. Do you remember the words overstrike mean anything to you?
Sounds
Overstrike.
familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
We talked about it years ago. It was announced by Insomniac Studios, the guy that made Ratchet and Clank. And it was a very Pixar-esque, very clearly black comedy infused, supposedly a cooperative shooter where you control a squad of people with different weapons and skills. And the whole joke is that they cause enormous amounts of collateral damage. And the boss basically goes, well, we're just pretty good at our jobs. And you're fighting what seem to be like super Nazis that turn into robots. It looked really fun. Characters with different abilities, somewhat cartoony, not quite... The bad guy the main character looks like Metro Man.
Okay, what went wrong?
It got turned into Fuse. A gritty, hardcore, realistic, futuristic shooter where a mysterious substance called Fuse can be used to fuse things together, and it turns into black sludge. And I'm like, wow, you literally washed out all the color.
Oh
So
my
the game
God.
came out and nobody paid attention to it. It just disappeared. I'm gonna show it to you guys when we're done here.
Yeah.
The trailers for both of them. To show you what happens when you abandon style for the sake of realism, and to remind us that it's a good idea Nintendo is still around, because, guys, we need good games that look good. And looking good and looking realistic are not the same thing. And as long as they continue to ignore the beauty of style with substance, the other AAA companies will continue to make the same mistakes. But then again, their eternal hunger for money doesn't fuck them over. But you know what? At the end of the day, we had a good presentation, some good titles, good prices, and holy crap, all the Marvel vs. Capcom games available in one package. I am so excited. I'm jumping out of my goddamn seat.
Yeah, no.
All of you are playing this shit with me when it
Of
comes
course,
out.
of course. All right.
Fight
And
Center
that
Mark
is that.
Cephalus over here. Battle of Sekigahara was the most important battle in Japanese history. Yes, it was. Thank
It
you.
resulted
By the way,
in some
Fight Center,
shenanigans.
thank you for joining us here, buddy.
Yay!
I played in Sengoku Basara 3. I remember that time Johnny John Bosch got into a fight with Ruben Landon over the future of Japan. Ancient Japanese Ichigo fought ancient Japanese Dante. This is historically accurate. Everybody knows ancient Japanese warlords could go Super Saiyan.
No, they can't.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they can. I saw it. It was there on the
Carbonite
PS3.
Stardust. I was writing a letter to big companies, the hopes to emotionally manipulate them. It's a donating to charity. What did I miss? Well, you missed us gushing over video games and me having a minor psychotic breakdown over bad excuses. Let me see
hey,
here. I
at
never
the
played
end.
most of these games. I played original NES. Well, this is as good a time as any, Matthew Coburn. If you wish to jump into any of these games on the Nintendo Switch, you're more than welcome
Good
to
time
give it
now.
a try.
Absolutely. And with that, we have reached the end of this episode. You guys have been fantastic. We thank you guys for being awesome in the live chat. You guys have been great. I do have a few announcements before we wrap up. Well, actually just one announcement, but this is a pretty big announcement. Folks, if you're traveling within Tampa Bay or out of state or wherever, we hope to see you on July 5th to July 7th as the Ravens flock will be heading to metrocon 2024, which will be at the Downtown Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida, the hottest anime convention of the summer.
Less than 2
literally
weeks.
hottest. People
We're
are gonna-
less than 2 weeks away.
People are going to die of
All
heat
we gotta
stroke.
do are win.
So, while you're running around the con, buying extremely overpriced merchandise and meeting your favorite stars,
And
make sure to
checking
look for
out
us.
the shows.
Please make sure to look for us. We'll be wearing the iconic logo
Except
of
for-
our
except us.
mark.
Hell
Except
yeah.
for the girls, because they're going to be in cosplay.
No,
Yeah.
We'll be
they're an add-on. They're an add-on.
Missing.
I will be
Yeah,
in
you'll
I will also be in cosplay on Saturday of the con. I will be cosplaying for the first time in a very long time.
Congrats, fam.
Yay! So like this is one of we basically have this convention embedded in the DNA of our programming over here. For example, why is this so? Oh yeah, because I zoomed out. Okay, 2 seconds. Let me do a thing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can switch it to mobile. I don't care.
the fire show?
Yes, this is the one with the fire show.
Yeah, I want to see
Fire
the
show
fire
is
show.
one of my
Good to see.
favorites.
Yes.
Where is it? Is it in the what to do? I guess, yeah.
Shows and events.
Shows and events.
Let's check that shit out.
Also, this is something that I'm a little I have a about, but they've renamed the name of the anime human chess match. And
There was a
It's
reason
the
though.
they're calling it Dream Fight Live.
Yeah.
We're still calling it the chess
Yeah,
match.
the
sure
reason
there's
why is because
Is
they
it because they're using more than anime?
no, it's because
the entire story for the chess match ended.
Yeah.
It completely ended.
Yeah, the last year.
That's why.
Last year with last
It's now
year.
a new chapter.
Yeah, so this is now a completely
Phase 3
new
of Marvel has concluded.
storyline.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Okay, well, we're calling it Dream Fight Live. It's a
just isn't a
stage
casual.
show, and awesome. It's Swords and Sorcery this year. Also, we have the Metro Fire Show.
Yeah.
The fire performers on this are freaking incredible
Amazing.
artists.
Gorgeous.
Every single one of them.
Bloodline.
I'm guessing that's Castlevania.
Yeah,
To-
that's the castle
you
in
know,
the back.
do you remember the time in which they had a huge ass dragon that breathed fire?
That was cool.
Sis,
Oh look, Metro
we
Night
have to
Live,
Go. We have to go
which
there
is
then.
the complete works of Studio Ghibli abridged.
Hey.
And of course, there's the Kaiju Big Battel. This
Yeah. Pro Wrestling Style Mayhem with your favorite monster.
Yay!
So you guys are gonna go and see that.
Hang on, go back. Let me see that poster. That looks cool as
The
shit.
Infinity Pizza is the name of this
Hey,
year's.
hey guys, who wants to try a bite of that?
Look at there's a pineapple in the middle.
Okay,
The
we got
pineapple
one.
stone.
I'm sorry. All I can think about is that picture of like a bunch of gangsters holding down the main character from The Sopranos, and they're forcing to watch somebody put a slice of pineapple on a pizza.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you there on July 5th through July 7th.
There's plenty more stuff over there. They have freaking K-pop dance contest. They
Yeah.
have the Metro Night raves over here for crying out loud.
They got merchandise. They got games. They got guests.
let's
they
not
got
give away,
everything
guys.
you
That's
want.
massive.
Well, guys, let's not give away the whole store. If
not
they want to
giving away
see
the
more, they'll have to come and see for themselves.
No, they need to see us. We're the only thing that's important there.
And folks, if you're gonna be there, do yourself a favor. Get yourself the tickets right now. I know.
Oh yeah,
Ben,
Ben. Yep.
Physetter Macrocephalus, rest in peace, chess match. I'd be with the girls. LOL says Ben
Yep.
Cruz.
It's true.
And now get
They're
it back.
laughing at that. With that, they're going to be basically carbon fused to Ben Cruz.
All right, now Angel. As far as our shows goes, listen. On this week's edition, we just saw Naked Snake get his ass handed royally. He's been betrayed.
He's not
He's
naked
been
enough.
broken. He's been
No,
battered.
he
He's been
needs-
bloody.
He's
He's
naked,
been left for dead. He's
he's not
been
afraid.
radiated by
He's not
nuclear
afraid.
clouds.
Not naked.
Naked
Is
and
this the
afraid.
end of Naked Snake? Are we ending this story early?
We could, but we can't. For you see, we are soldiers. And though the lines between friend and enemy may blur constantly, there is only one thing that remains no matter what. Beyond our feelings, beyond the strength of our hearts, we have the mission. And the mission will continue next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on another episode of Los Amigos Play, where we will continue playing Metal Gear Solid 3 Sons of the Naked Snake Eater times.
And we already ate a snake.
And where can we watch Los Amigos play?
Well, we may watch Los Amigos Play on the internet.
But
on YouTube.
Where on the...
Okay, fine.
Okay, ass, dude.
Or watch it on YouTube and kick.
There we
I do
go.
sincerely hope that you will join us for it as we continue the saga of Hideo Kojima's extraordinarily long peyote trip.
Of course. And
Oh, no, you girls have no clue how much crazier it gets.
Come
from here.
watch us eat more snakes.
yes.
Oh.
And of course, for any wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube at Kick, where me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arauz,
Don't touch me!
we'll be reviewing 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Next week, we will be returning to our normal format. So
What's up, Angel?
I hope you guys enjoy our hilariousness as we review all this 3 shows next week.
Angel, what's up?
I didn't want to say it, but I was hoping that you would just say the 2 most exciting programs and just skip the AEW.
Two of the most exciting professional wrestling programs,
Yes.
along with AEW Dynamite.
The 2.5 men of wrestling.
That's messed up. Come on,
Does that
bro.
make AEW freaking Ashton Kutcher taking Charlie Sheen's
Yes.
place?
Oh, no.
That's right, you're not even good enough to be Charlie Sheen.
But before we get to all that, we do have a program on Wednesday nights.
Damn right, and that's my show, The Black Files, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. As you guys have seen tonight, we at the Ravens Flock covered a myriad of different stories in the world of nerd and pop culture, spanning from video game news to streamers to YouTubers to pro wrestling nerd news to all sorts of different stuff. But on the Black Files, we just hone in on one story. And we go in on it hard, and we don't hold back our fucking opinions on it. And this last Wednesday night, I'm asking you guys, please, for the love of God,
Is there a part 2?
I think we have to do the part 2.
we have
Every
to do
good
a
movie
part
does
2.
deserve a sequel.
This past Wednesday, we
have
went
to-
ahead.
We have to liquidate our brains again.
No, listen, it's okay. We don't have to liquidate our brains the whole way. Just halfway.
But that's 400 pages.
I know.
No, it's okay, but now we have all of us. They're gonna be reading.
And now we're all.
You're joining us.
You have no choice. You have to.
That life allows me to. Trust me, I'll be more than happy to join into that fucking Naked Gun sequel you guys keep throwing at me.
What?
But yes, we will be discussing
here.
the increasingly why amounts why your government keeps disappointing you every day.
Referring specifically to the Project 2025 document.
Please read
We
it.
didn't want to read it, but we
We
had to.
read
You guys are
through the
fake.
fucking thing so that you guys didn't have to. Angel was assigned Section 3, which
Biggest
was the
portion.
largest one, but
We'll
since
be
Angel...
covering that next week if I can make it there, and I will do my best to make it there. Sorry about that. Life has been getting in the way, unfortunately.
I'm actually glad that we were able to find you in your home long enough to be able to unmelt your face and slap it back on. See what I mean? Like, Angel doesn't like it when we blend politics into the show, but quite frankly, this is actually something that goes beyond
Very
politics
important.
because these guys are trying...
This kind of affects everybody, kind of.
Yeah, it's a little bit more, and unfortunately, that falls into pop culture news. Whether I like it or not, I really didn't like it.
We gotta deal
I
with the
would-
unpleasant shit.
I'd rather. This is how bad it is. I would rather talk about the fucking news of Vic Mignogna being invited to Anime Matsuri and people throwing a fit over that again, or then talk about this thing. That's how bad it is. If you don't know who Vic Mignogna is,
Look it up.
bless your heart. Thank whatever deity that you may pray to, or whatever you don't believe in. Just be thankful that you don't know about the drama of Vic Nicaragua.
But while you're at it, though, please look up Dan and Mills sometimes. You know, just in case you want to throw away some more hopes and dreams. Point in case is, at least that one drama technically ended. This shit is still going, and we gotta put up with it. So please do join us for the sake of our mental health, or rather, for the sake of his mental health.
Seriously, like, I'm having a literal, actual fucking breakdowns here. Join us and be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick for the Black Files.
And of course, tune into our main show, the number one show here on our channel, The Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the Motley Crew of Nerds, will be here to discuss with you on the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, no matter how many YouTubers are getting, no matter how many video gamers are getting outed on Twitch, there's always something to discuss, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you.
Yes.
Now,
Should
now
I
once
plug
it-
us away?
Why do you want to fire the fucking Marine Corps police? Why? That makes no sense. It does nothing.
The best thing
Save
is
that
no
energy.
one can even
No,
hear
because I
him.
don't have any energy left.
Like, that doesn't even
I
save
wonder
you
if the chat
money when
actually
you
can
think
hear
about
you.
it.
The chat can probably hear me, but dear God.
It's so nonsensical, dude. Well, whatever. I
And
believe
we-
it's time.
Yeah, we all, once again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic. We've been working hard and staying strong since 2013 to make your voice
Our mission.
I'm over it.
Okay, I was going to say, do you want Angel to plug us away? Because I don't know if Angel
Five
can.
Center Macrocephalus. The real story is that CENTCOM finally made Alex nuke the Nexus of Worlds. No! How dare they?
Monster.
I'm fused to who? Oh, Carbonite Stardust. Oh, JK. Angel still has to read that drink ingredient list.
What list?
I don't know what list they're talking about. Yes, nice to know about a certain crap, unfortunately, yes. And yes, you are blessed, Carbonite Stardust, for not knowing who Vic Mariachi is.
Oh.
What the hell? Vic, Carbonite Stardust with a $13.99 Canadian Super Chat!
Thank you so much.
Hey, Juan, just remember, it takes no oxygen to scream in your head.
Okay, everyone, do it.
My brain screams enough. I don't need it to scream more.
I tried. All I got was white noise. I'm sorry.
Angel.
This thing is broken. Give me a second.
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to call Twitch support to fix it for me.
While you take care of that,
Twitch.
Wancho, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. And Carbonite Stardust, thank you very much for that wonderful super chat. Your generosity does not go unnoticed. It is greatly appreciated.
Thank you so
Folks,
much.
thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragonfang Cosplay, xeiana Rose Cosplay, a couple moments with kstorm Cosplay, And yours truly, Juan Arauz, as we bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are The Ravens Flock, and it is 150,000,000% the weather's fault.
It was the blacks!
Dear God!
I was just leaving with weather, dude.